Okay, good morning. Right, so first we'll move on to 2022 IES paper. Then we'll do a maths paper also. Okay, right. So let's take from one by one, and always read the instructions. So this is a 2022 paper. It says one no more answers. Remember, I think last year it's only one answer is correct, but this paper says one no more correct answers. Whenever they say one no more answers, usually the paper is tougher because you need to, and also it take more time because you can't just look at the correct answer and proceed. You need to read all five answers there because there can be another correct answer, another correct answer. Okay. Otherwise, you get only part of the marks. Right. Question number one. Which of the following uh, is not a computer device? Okay, not a computer device. So that is super easy. Laptop is a computer device. Smartphone is a computer device. Desktop, tablet, speaker is not a computing device. It's of course it can be a peripheral of computer, but it's normal analog device. Okay, it's not doing any computing. So answer is C. Second one. Which of the following is are not system software? System software means operating system, system translators, and any system utilities. Okay. So disk defragmenter is a utility. Google's Android is OS. Ubuntu is OS. Microsoft Edge is not a utility or uh, translator, program translator. It is definitely application software. Okay. So a lot of students get confused that browsers are the utilities. No, they are not utilities. They are applications. Okay. Print drivers are pretty much utility sort of a thing, or it's supplementary to operating system. Okay. So therefore answer is D. Okay. Can we skip questions and do it later in exams? What do you mean by later in exams? Your question is not clear. Of course, you can do whatever the questions you want. I mean, in the exam, are you referring to the in the exam hall? In the exam hall, you can do the questions in whatever the order. Okay, right? Because it's not an online exam; it's a physical exam. Okay, but those international students just check the instructions. Okay, just check the instructions. Okay. Yeah. So just check the instruction for the international students. International means if you're facing the exam from a foreign country, I hope still you should get the ability to navigate if it is online setup. Okay. But for the of course you don't have the essay papers. Essay papers you can just write and upload the version. Okay. Right. So the third one. There is a trend in the computer industry to develop smart and colorful memory cards. So that is bullshit, fancy people. Colorful and smaller display devices, faster and mobile computing devices. Yes. Smart and luxurious keypads. No, I don't take that as a. Uh, of course, these things are there, but I don't take these things as serious stuff for IT professionals. Suranganaviyan on the fast and bigger mouse devices. Of course, bigger mouse devices who want. Right. I'll go for C. I'll go for C. Yes, C. Okay. Fourth one. The fundamental rate of any business information system, fundamental role of any business information system includes supporting uplift of employees' wages. No, we don't want to increase the wages. We want to decrease the wages. Okay. As a business, we try to decrease. Okay. Business processes and operations. Yes, right. The fundamental role of any business information system includes support, business process and operations. Yes. Strategies for competitive advantage. Uh, so that is also important, right? So sometimes we use information system to help decision support. right? Planning, right? So it says role of include supporting. Yes, support better strategies, better planning. I'll go for that. Decision making by employees and managers. Yes, decision support systems are there. Collaboration between competitors and suppliers. Of course, we don't want to let competitors and suppliers collaborate with each other. That is something we don't want to do. So we are interested about our business, not collaborating suppliers and competitors. Okay. Because it says between competitors and suppliers. Of course, you want to collaborate with suppliers, but you don't want to collaborate much with the competitors. But this says collaboration between competitors and suppliers. So I say no. So I'll go for BCD. Yes, BCD. Fifth one, I will do it. I will do this faster because we did the 2023 paper a little bit slower. Consider the following types of communication devices listed under column A and descriptions provided in column B. Switch, bridge, router. Remember we did introduction to computer networks in computer system subject. So you use that knowledge. Right. So switch is layer 1 device, physical layer device. Sorry, switch is a layer 2 device based on MAC addresses and switch to the correct machine. Bridge connect two part of the similar network or same network. It's a pretty much like that. Router is layer 3 or the network layer device which operates on IP addresses and it's used to support long distance routing. Okay. Right. So now let's read the answers because we have done those things. I explained one by one, layer by layer, OSI architecture under computer systems. Forwards data packets across two or more different networks towards their destination, definite router. Forward incoming message to reach the relevant device, that is switching. Connects one LAN to another LAN where both LANs use the same communication protocol. So that is a similar networks bridge. So the definitely answer is 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Right? 3, 1. Do we have 3, 1? Or maybe I should say 1, 2. Right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. So that is also not there. Switch into 2. Okay. Right. Sorry, it's 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1. Yes. Answer is B. Right. 1, 2, 2, 1. So answer is B. Fifth one. Answer is B. Okay. Right. Sixth one. Consider the following activities that needs to be done. Right. Which of the above activities can be accomplished by using computer application software? Application software, right? Not system software. Start up the computer. So that is something your operating system and basically the firmware does. It says application software. Browse the internet and search for graphics. Yes. Web browsers are application software. Edit graphics. Yes. Prepare reports. Yes. Manage computer memory and files. That is operating system software. Control access to printers connected to the network. That is system utilities or operating system. I'll go for B, C, and D only. That my answer is B. Yes, answer is B. If you need more explanation, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go fast, right? I don't want to waste your time. Your time is precious. 7. The control or suppression of publishing or accessing information on the internet is termed as control of suppression. Of publishing or accessing. But access කරන්න දින අයිතිය නැති කරනවා. චීන වගේ. හරි? Information security, digital divide, net neutrality, ethics, internet censorship. So obviously internet censorship. Answer is E. හරි S දෙක පියාගෙන කරන්න පුළුවන් paper එකක්. හරි? So you should go for A+. A+ එකක් කරන් පුරුද්දක් නැත්නම් දැන් පුරුද්ද ඇති කරගන්න ඕනේ. හරි? සමහරවිට පුරුද්දක් නැහැ. excellent result එකක් අරගෙන හැමතිස්සෙම හිතන්නේ ගොඩ දාගන්න විදිය. මම නිතර දැකලා තියෙන්නේ ගොඩ දාගන්නේ කොහොමද? ගොඩ දාගන්නේ කොහොමද? කාලකන්ණි චින්තනය. ගොඩ දාගන්නේ නැහැ. Get excellent results. Okay? So that is what professionals do. Right? This is a professional degree program. Actually, your pass mark must be somewhere around 60. Right? So do you want a doctor who is doing a surgery and success rate is 40? I don't want. I need someone with success rate more than 90. So then exam, I expect that the pass mark should be somewhere 60. Okay. So consider the following information system acquisition methods and their descriptions listed under columns A and B respectively. Right, you need to map again. Buy off the shelf, build custom software, choose the software service provider, that is outsourcing. Though it takes time, it can match an organization's needs well. So that is build custom application. We will change it if we get a better answer. The organization can use required software and pay on a subscription model. So that is software service provider. Actually, this is, I thought this is outsourcing, but it says service provider. So that means you go for something like subscription model. Okay. It is fastest method to acquire and deploy a software solution by off the shelf. Right. Sorry that this is not outsourcing. This says service provider. That is, you take it as a cloud service. Okay. Cloud-based ERPs, cloud-based accounting systems, and so on. Right. So the answer must be one. Start with 1, 3. Right. 1, 3. Right. 1, 3, 2, 1. Right. Answer must be E. Right. 8th one answer must be E. 9th question. To be a chief information officer of an organization, one should be able to. So CIO means someone who is sort of the IT manager, head of the IT activities, chief information officer. CEO is the chief executive officer. So these days, rather than manager, we like to use the word like CTO, chief technical officer, CEO, CIOs, chief information officer, and so on. Okay. That is a little bit of a modern terminology. Right. Develop and deliver training on proper security measures. Okay. Security measures. Okay. Anyway, let's see deliver training. But anyway, security is also related to information, but it doesn't say information security, right? So security means in general the security, including security services. So therefore, let's keep it. Use financial and accounting information systems efficiently. No, that is not something for this information officer. That is more for the finance managers and so on. Okay. I'll say no. Develop information systems to meet organizational requirements. So is it really, it's somewhat related anyway, somewhat related, but software, developing software is not something the CIO's task, but CIO must help them. Okay, so let's keep that also open. I'm looking for better answers, but anyway, multiple answers are possible, but so far only one answer. Okay, you can see, so far only one answer. No. Yeah, so far only one answer. Okay, so therefore I'm looking for, I think this paper, there was only one answer for each and every question, though examiner has mentioned that multiple answers are possible. Okay. Right, anyway, let's read it. Assess the needs of the information technology workforce and make strategies to achieve those needs. So that is definitely the main task of chief information officer. Provide leadership and direction to the information systems department to help the organization achieve its goals. So actually that is also correct. That is also correct. So this is also somewhat related. Right. So if I go for the exams, I would mark, because it says multiple answers are possible. I would have marked C, D, and E. Right. But if I can remember, in this paper, most of the time only one answer is correct. Let's look at no, multiple answers are there, right? Yeah. So then I will go for C, D, and E. C, D, and E. Okay. C, D, and E. Right. What is the answer for ninth one? So examiner has taken D and E, but examiner has not taken C. Right. So I told you that this is somewhat related. Basically, the CIO must help, but this is not the task of the CIO. Right. So that is why they have not taken it. Anyway, it's a debatable answer, so it can go here and there. Okay. So I thought we may take this. Of course, that is normal. Debatable answers can be there because these are a little bit of opinionated. But anyway, examiner has thought, okay, that is not your direct responsibility. Development, supporting development. So in the future also, if you get a question like that, hopefully the same examiner don't take the development related things into the key information officer. So see, if information officer is someone who looking at the requirements for the information related requirements, creating strategies, tactics, and maybe help acquiring and maintaining those information systems, right? Provide leadership and direction to the information system department to help the organizations achieve their goals. So that they have taken. Okay. Assess the needs of information technology workforce and make strategies to achieve those needs. So very much high level things only they have taken. Okay. But this include not administrating, but provide the leadership for maintenance, administration, acquiring as well. Okay. So because this says develop, not acquiring, that is why the examiner has not taken this. Okay. Because it says develop, not acquiring. But if acquiring, yes, CIO has a bigger role to play. Right. So the answer is D and E. 10. The role of system analysts include testing and debugging the software. No, that is QA people or the testers. Assisting in matching technology to users' needs. Yes, so that is part of the system analysis. So what are the tasks of system analysts? Analyze the requirements. That means gather, right? Analyze, model, document requirements. And also that include helping the other people to match requirements into technologies. That is something that they do with collaboration of designers. Right? System analyst task is basically that. Sometimes we call them business analysts now. Okay. So they are sort of trusted advisors and also help analyzing, documenting requirements. Okay. Like B. So therefore I'll take as a, because they need to collaborate with designers to do this. Author in the software that customers and employees use. No, they are not doing the authorization. So they are not doing any that kind of thing. They are just helping understanding requirements and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Converting program design into many computer languages. So that is programmers, software developers task. Sorry, it's not answer. Conveying system requirements to software developers and network architects. Yes. So they are playing that bridge role. Right? Understand the requirement, maybe closely work with customers, clients, users, understand the requirement, model it, document it, and convey that requirements to the designers and developers. So this is definitely a role, right? So this is sort of indirect role, but others are not their roles. So therefore answers are, possibly answers are B and E. Right. E is definitely answer. I don't know whether they will take B. Okay. 10. Yes, B and E. 11. Which of the following statement is are correct regarding business process reengineering, BPR? So remember, we need to do continuous small changes and time to time radical changes with new technologies, new business processes, new adapt to the new changes of the customer behaviors, so radical changes. So business process reengineering is those time to time radical changes. Sometimes you completely redefine the way you do the business. Okay. You use new technologies, do big changes. Okay. Right. Now let's read the answers. It is an incremental approach. No, incremental approach is continuous development. It introduces minor changes. No, that is continuous improvement. It aims to improve the business process within very short time. No, you can't do it in very short time, right? So you need bit of time. Okay, so because big changes need a lot of time, but I don't know. It aims to improve the business process. No, right? So usually you need time. Right? So I say no. It can be debatable, but I would say no. It can bring broad and cross-functional improvements to the information system. So that I will take, right? Cross-functional, overall, big changes, not a small change here and there. Sometimes the entire business process is modified. So those kind of cross-functional, complete changes can happen in BPR. That is why we say business process re-engineering. It results in radical redesign. Of course, yes, radical redesign of the business process. Sometimes completely radically different business process is now implemented. So I'll go for DNE. It's DNE. 12. Many organizations having e-commerce platforms use both buy-side e-commerce and sell-side e-commerce. Remember the value chain, raw materials, you process it and sell it. So this is buy-side, purchasing. This is sell-side, selling. So sell-side include marketing, selling, customer support. Here, communicate with suppliers, logistic related to purchase orders, right, and so on. Right. The buy side e-commerce activities include, so buy side means this side, buy suppliers, raw materials, right, logistic related to sending invoices, payments, okay, negotiating and establishing the prices and terms. Yes, right. So that is part of buying process. Provide a portal of information to interest to the customer. So customer is in the sales side. Identifying and comparing competitive suppliers and products. Yes. So this is not IT question. This is business question, right? Encourage sales and generating leads from potential customers. So that is sales side. Providing information for customers to evaluate the organization's goods and services. So that is sales, marketing. Marketing is not buy side. So I'll go for A and C. A and C. Yes, A and C. 13. Which of the following form of e-commerce allows its customers to deal directly with the organization and avoid intermediaries? So that is B2C or e-commerce. So e-commerce is part of e-business. Actually, this word is a little bit confusing. Usually we use the word e-business for broad things, right? Then for B2C, you call it e-commerce, but here the examiner has used e-commerce as a sort of a synonym for e-business, right? But it says customers to deal directly with the organization, that means B2C, right? Business to consumer, not business to business, not consumer to consumer, not public to business, and not consumer to public. So I'll go for C. So how can't you get A plus for this paper? So target A plus, nothing less. Nothing less, not even A. Right? Set high standard in your life. So then it will become a habit. Whatever you do, you will do it with the best quality. Nothing less. තේ එකක් හැදුවත් කිරියොද්දක් හැදුවත් හරි එතන ඉඳලම ඔයා වැඩේ කරනවා ඊට පස්සේ. එතකොට ආ ජොබ් එකකට ගියත් ඒ වැඩේ ආයි සුපිරියර් කරලා තමයි එන්නේ. software එක ඩෙවලොප් කරත් එහෙමයි, project එක කරත් එහෙමයි, exam එකට ගියත් එහෙමයි. ඒක තමයි first class තියෙන කට්ටිය හොයන්නේ වැඩිපුර. first class, second, upper class. මොකද ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඒ class එක තියෙනවා ඒකේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ settle වෙන්නේ අඩු levels වල. ගොඩ දාගෙන මිනිස්සු එක ආශ්‍රය කරන්නවත් යන්න එපා. කවුරු හරි කිව්වොත් එහෙම අපි මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක ගොඩ දාගමු කියලා පැත්ත බලාද යන්න එපා. ගොඩ දාන කට්ටිය. මොකද ආයේ පාර නිකන් වැලි ගොඩ දාන මිනිස්සෙක් ගන්නට වැටෙනවා. 14. කවුරු හරි කිව්වොත් එහෙම මේක සුපිරි රිසල්ට් එකක් ගමු කියලා අන්න. That must be your attitude. E-government should be application of information and communication technologies to e-government. So that is government using ICT to provide better support services to the citizens. Persuade citizens and governments around the world to support the government through donations. So that is not e-government, right? ඒ ඇවිල්ලා හිඟා කන වැඩ. හිඟා කන එක නෙමෙයි e-government කියන්නේ. අනිත් රටවලනේ. I say no. Share government information among the citizens and make them believe and trust the government. So that is not e-government. Right? Government එක කියන්නේ ආණ්ඩුව, හරි? ආණ්ඩුව විශ්වාස කරන ලෙවල් එකට ගන්න එක නෙමෙයි e-government කියන්නේ. ආණ්ඩුවට සපෝට් එක ගන්න එක නෙමෙයි. ඒ ඇවිල්ලා politics. Right? But anyway, there's a point also here. Share government information among citizens. That part is okay. And that part is okay. But make them believe and trust the government, I don't agree with that. That is propaganda. That is propaganda. Okay. So therefore, I don't know whether we should go because the first part is correct. First part is correct, I'll go for that. Second part, anyway, it's not correct. It's 50-50. You need to make a decision, I'll go for that. Government functions and procedures with the purpose of increasing efficiency, transparency, and citizen participation. So that I like, okay, as e-government. So you get better transparency, better efficiency, citizens participation, okay. So I'll go for that. Win elections by positively influencing the citizens' attitude about political issues. That is not e-government, that is politics. Simplify the sharing of information, speed up business processes, and improve the relationship between citizens and government. But it says speed up business processes. Improve the relationship between citizens and government is okay. But what about speed up business processes? Because idea is government must not do any business. Okay. This is maybe B2C. B2C. Right? Simplify and sharing information, that part is okay. But what is mean by speed up business process? That is business to customer, business to government. So I say no. Okay. Right. So what are the answers? 14. Oh, so that one has a debatable answers. Because I told you sometimes first part is correct, second part is wrong. So it's sort of opinionated. Right. So the examiner has not taken B. That means share government. I took B because this part is correct. Share government or information among citizens is correct. But I told you that make them believe and trust the government is not part of the G2C, government to consume. But therefore, may possibly because of the second part, examiner has not taken B. Okay. So C, anyway, examiner has also taken government functions and procedures with the purpose of increasing efficiency. There's no debate about that. Then D, examiner has again not taken. Obviously, I also did not take because that is politics. But examiner has taken E now. Simplify the sharing of information. That is, I also agree. But I did not agree with this one. But the examiner has not cared about that. Examiner has anyway taken it. Okay. Examiner has anyway taken it. For me, this is more into the B2 government to business, but examiner maybe because this part is correct, this part is correct, examiner has taken. By the way, it's a debatable answer. Examiner's answers are C and E. And C and E only. Okay. So examiner has taken E. And examiner has not taken B most probably because of this part. Okay. 15. Conversion to e-commerce and m-commerce enable organizations, right? E-commerce and m-commerce. Reach new customers, obviously, yes. Increase the salaries of their employees. No, we want to cut their salaries. Right? So when I say we want to cut their salaries, you might feel like this guy is crazy. So then when we go for jobs, we also get lower. No, that is how business operates. This is how world move forward, right? World move forward. So our task is not increase in prices, not increase in cost. Our task is decrease in cost. That is what every IT professional is supposed to do. That is what every manager is supposed to do. That is what everyone's supposed to do. Cut down cost. So then someone will ask, how do we get our increased salary? So look at developed countries, USA, South Korea. So don't they get high salaries? Of course they get high salaries. But their attitude is always cut down costs, cut down salaries. But the result is their productivity is increased, their production is increased, so therefore they get high salaries. But our mindset must be how to cut salaries. Okay. So increase salaries of their employees is not objective of m-commerce, e-commerce. අර පරණ විදියට හිතන අයට මේවා නිකන් විකාර වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ආණ්ඩුව හැමදේම කරන්න ඕන, ආණ්ඩුව පඩි වැඩි කරන්න ඕන කී කී ඉන්න කට්ටියක් ඉන්නව නේද? බමුණු විදියට හිතන කට්ටියට මේවා විකාර වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Speed the flow of information and goods. Yes. Help in-store customers to locate what they need in store. So in-store means you are inside the store. That is not e-commerce or m-commerce, right? So I say no, because these guys are inside the organization, inside your physical store. Reduce the information technology infrastructure cost. Of course, we can't reduce the information technology infrastructure cost and go to the e-commerce and m-commerce, right? So we increase the infrastructure cost so that we can cut down other operational cost, running costs, salaries, and so on. I say no. Okay. So then I will go for A and C. It can be debatable, but I'll firm with A and C. Right. So examiner has taken A and C. At the same time, the examiner has taken D also. I don't know why. It's a debatable answer. But anyway, examiner has taken A and C. But examiner has taken help in-store customers. So in-store customers means that customer is inside. So then why do you need e-commerce and in-commerce? Because this guy is already inside. Locate what they need. Maybe locate what, I don't know what is maybe which rack the goods is there or something. But do you have that kind of information in m-commerce? I don't know. So that is a debatable answer, because m-commerce is someone who is at home ordering things. Right? So therefore, I strongly disagree with this answer. But anyway, examiner has some point. Okay, maybe do you have any idea about why examiner has taken D? Any idea? So why government need to share information? It will be a security issue. Do you think that the government is a secret thing? So the modern idea is government must be visible to the citizens, right? So it's only the national security that has a secret. Anything other than national security is something that every citizen must be aware of. Right? Every citizen must be aware of. Only thing is, exception is national security. That is very tiny part, maybe just very tiny part of the government. And everything else, because it is our money, taxpayers' money. So we must know what they are doing, whether they waste money or whatever. Okay. So that is why there are so many laws, regulations. So we must know what the central bank is doing. We must know what other institutes are doing, how much they are spending, whether they are making profit, loss. So we must know. Okay. So just the tiny part is national security. That is just exceptional situation in any country. Okay. But anyway, do you have any idea about why the examiner has taken D? I don't know. Because I can't think of any possibility. By the way, examiner has taken D. Okay. Right. So let's move on to 16th. Success is an e-commerce company. To host its own e-commerce website, the company needs, okay, any idea? organizations can have more products in their stores by analyzing customer, but that is not e-commerce. Remember, e-commerce means selling products online. E-commerce is not using ICT for your business. Right? E-commerce is not using ICT for your business. E-commerce is sell product online. E-commerce and m-commerce. That is why they have included the m-commerce also. But my question is, how comes e-commerce and m-commerce? This is not the use of ICT for business. That is why we have B2C and so many other things. Okay. That is e-business, use of electronic mode for businesses. So therefore, I still doubt about it. Okay. In Google, it says store customers. In-store customer is the buyer who goes to the store to investigate or try the product, but who makes his purchase online. So that is a valid point. So that is a valid point. Okay, so let me double check because I am not very familiar with this word. Okay, I think that is a valid point. If someone go to the stores and analyze it and then come back, I think we also mentioned about that, right? Let me check with our notes. Uh, is it the in-store? I'm not very sure about the word. Okay, let me double check with our notes first. Let's double check with the maybe that is valid point. Browse online and buy online, browse online and buy physical store. So I think what you are referring to is browse in store and buy online. So is it called in store customers? We call them in store customers. Okay, maybe. Okay, so let's double check because I'm not very familiar with that word. Okay, let's ask from ChatGPT. How do you call customers? I think that is not a very standard word. So ChatGPT says showrooming customers, but does Google says that it's in-store customers? Let's double check. Buy online. Physically examine. I don't know whether that is a standard word. I don't know. I don't know which phrase you search. For me, Google doesn't say like that. Yeah, you can see it says in-store shopping. No, that is different thing. Right? I don't know whether maybe that might be the examiner's argument, but I'm not very sure about that. Okay. Maybe it has a bit of point. Okay. Right. So let's move on to the 16th question. Anyway, examiner has taken D. Okay. 16. Success is an e-commerce company to help its own to host its own e-commerce website, not a marketplace. The company needs a server computer, a mobile application, a web service provider, web server software, operating system software. So it looks like to host its own e-commerce website, possibly they want to host by themselves. I don't know because examiner has not mentioned whether they can go for a service provider or they are going to host it by themselves or they are going to go in for a service provider. Okay, so therefore question is little bit fuzzy. Okay, little bit fuzzy. So let's say it's pretty much they want to host by their own. Okay, or maybe we'll keep it open. Either way. So If they are going to host by their own, yes, they need a server computer. They need a web server software. Mobile application, no, because it's e-commerce website. Okay. Operating system, yes, of course, if you go for a computer, you need operating system. So then do we need a web service provider? Because if you go for your own things, because this is not web hosting provider, this is web service provider. Web service provider means you call their services, right? So therefore, it is not directly related. Sometimes you may need if you are calling other services, but that is not directly mentioned here. They have not mentioned that we are going to integrate with another service and so on, right? So therefore, for the safe side, we'll take only A, B, and D, assuming that we are going to set up it by ourselves. Okay. These are, of course, you don't need mobile application. This is needed only when you are calling another service, but that is not mentioned. So I'll go for A, B, and D. 16. Yes, A, B, and D. Examiner has taken A, B, and D only. Okay. Right. 17. The routine operations associated with the business process of an organization are supported by routine operations are pretty much transaction support. Okay. Routine operations association with business process of an organization. That is pretty much TPS, transaction processing systems. Right. Routine operation support is from TPSs. Let's read the other answers because multiple answers are possible. Management information system is not for support routine operation. That is for decision making, planning. Decision support is special decision support when you are into a special decision supporting. That is not routine operations. Office automation, it's a debatable answer. Office automation is when you want to automate the office communication, document management, and so on. That is also sort of a routine operation, but it has nothing to do with the business process. Right? It says associated with the business process. But some of these documents can be related to business process as well. But mostly office automation means office administrative tasks. So therefore, it's debatable. I will not go for that. Maybe examiner might take it. But because it is not directly related to business process, I will say no. Executive information system has nothing to do with the routine operation because executive information systems are for the CEOs, managing directors. That is very high level strategic decision making. So they are not interested in routine operations. So this is definitely no. This is definitely no. This is definitely no. This is debatable, but I will go for E because this is the direct answer. Yes, examiner has taken E. Examiner also has not taken C. 18. Which of the following needs are usually done using batch processing? Batch processing. Airline ticketing, definitely online. Because when you buy an airline, that seat must be reserved instantly. ATM machine transaction, definitely not batch processing. So it must be online real time. The moment you make money, the database must be updated. Otherwise, you will withdraw money more than in your account. Payroll processing, yes, right. Payroll processing, maybe once a month, once a week, I will say batch processing. Credit card bill generation, right? Credit card transactions are online real time, but bill generation usually once a month, right? Once a month. So therefore, I'll go for that. Bank check clearance, of course, bank check clearances happens batch wise. Check Okay. So I'll go for C, D, and E. Yes, C, D, and E. Okay. 19. Consider the following list of management reports provided under column A and the list of descriptions provided under column B. Exception reports. When there's exceptional situation, the report is generated and sometimes it is pushed to you, like SMS alert or something. Demand report means depending on your requirement, you generate it. It's not schedule report or exception report. When there's a need, you go and report it, generate the report and see. Push report means the report is pushed to you. So usually it can be exception report, right? Mostly exception reports are push reports because instantly you must be notified, right? SMS alert, or when you log in, there's an alert saying this report is available. Right. Which of the following correctly match these two, right? Report generated on manager's request with the need of information, possibly demand. Report generated automatically and periodically with selected information and broadcast to the computer in the computer network. It looks like push report, right? Okay, let's see. A timely generated report to inform the managers of any discrepancy. Discrepancy means some issue, abnormalcy in the business process. That must be exception report. So then this must be push report. A report generated automatically and periodically with selected information. Push report. So then I will go for 1-3 answer. Not this, not this, not this. 1-3 2-1. 2-1. So I'll go for E. 19 E. Right, 20. Presentation methods used by executive information system. Remember, executive information systems are used by top managers like CEO, managing director. So they just need the summary details, okay? Right, drill down, trend analysis, decision making, exception reporting, deleting and altering data. So this is an open question. So very difficult to get marks for this kind of question because this is an open question, opinionated. So now let's try to get the best. Okay, so that is what we can do. We must depends on the because if you think like the examiner, you will get full marks. These are almost impossible to get 100 out of 100. Okay, right. So I'll just think about it. Executive information system is the high level people are interested, so they don't need a lot of details usually. Right, they need the summary information. Okay, so they need to look at the big picture. They want to look at the strategic things. Okay, right. So drill down. I don't think that executive information system need drill down. That is my opinion. Okay, because they are more interested in high level things. So I say no. Trend analysis, definitely I will go for that because that is trend means long term important for strategies. Right? Important for strategies because they are the strategic managers. They are the who decide the direction of the organization. So I'll go for that. Decision making is anyway correct, right? So decision making is anything every manager is doing, whether executive, top managers, middle managers, or first line managers. I will say yes. Exception reporting, yes, maybe correct because top managers are interested in exceptional situations, right? Exceptional situations. So I will say maybe yes. Deleting and altering data, I don't think that they are interested in that kind of things. Okay. So deleting and altering data is pretty much TPS's doing. Right. I'll go for BCD. Anyway, this is an opinionated question. Okay. So these are the questions which is sort of a near impossible to get full marks. Right. So examiner has taken A, B, and E. So examiner has taken B. Examiner has taken D. Right. So that means I get how many marks for this? Anyway, examiner has taken A also. Now, how many marks do I get? So you must know how to calculate marks also, right? So according to examiner, these are the correct answers. What are the correct answers? A, B, and D. A, B, and D. So therefore, for correct answers, we get 1/3. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. I get 1/3 for this. I get 1/3 for this. According to examiner, C and E are wrong answers. Sorry, C and E are wrong answers. By the way, I have not marked C or E. Okay. Sorry, I have marked C. So therefore, I get minus half because two wrong answers means equally divided. So therefore, unfortunately, I get minus half. Examiner has not taken decision making. But anyway, at the end, executives also need to take decisions. Okay. Anyway, examiner has not taken that as answer. That's very debatable. So minus half. So therefore, I get very small marks. That is 2 divided by 3 minus half, because plus 1/3 plus 1/3. So if we take 6 as the common denominator, 4 minus 2, sorry, 4 minus 3, I get only 1/6. බලන්න චුට් නිකන් ඒකට ලකුණු නෑ වගේ අතරම ධන 6 එකයි හම්බුනේ. හරි. ධන 6 එකයි හම්බුනේ. ධන 6 එකයි කියන්නේ නිකන් නෑ වගේ තමයි. ලකුණු නෑ වගේ තමයි චුට්ටි ලකුණු ප්‍රමාණය. Okay. Right. So anyway, so it's a debatable answer. I don't know why examiner has not taken decision making, because decision making is something that every manager does. Okay. Right. Which of the following statement are incorrect regarding enterprise information portals? So enterprise information portal means information portal for the enterprise, so the organization. Okay. They eliminate the rules implemented to access secure databases. So I don't think that they can eliminate the rules to implement the databases. That is a pretty bad thing to do. I will say no. Okay. I'll say no. Anyway, what you are looking for is incorrect. Okay. So they are developed for purpose of sharing data among the public. But enterprise information portals are not for the public. Enterprise information portals are more for the internal employees. Okay. So therefore, I'll say for that also, no. They integrate company information systems such as KMS, MIS, and DSS. Yes, that can be the case. So enterprise information portal may be integrated to this so that they can access these systems also from the enterprise information portal. I'll go for yes. They allow intranet users and selected extranet users to access variety of internal and external business applications and services. So this is here and there. So in general, enterprise information portal is for internal people. Definitely not for the general public. But in some cases, some part can be exposed to the external parties, the trusted parties, like your collaborators and so on. So it's again debatable, but I will say maybe yes. Okay, because it says selected, right? Selected part. So therefore I'll say yes. Anyway, it can be debatable, but because it says selected, I'll say yes. They cannot be tailored or personalized to the needs of the individual business users or groups of users. Of course, enterprise information portals must be customized. That is why we call it portals. So you can decide which one you want to see, which one you don't want to see. Maybe you can customize your home page. So usually portals are customizable. So therefore I'll say yes. So then we are looking for the wrong answers. So therefore I'll go for A and B as the wrong answers. Okay. So D is a bit of a debatable thing, but I'll go for A and B only. Okay. Right, 21 answers. Oh. Examiner has taken A, B wrong answers, but examiner has taken E also as a wrong answer. Why is that? It says cannot. I completely lost that question. It says cannot. I thought it is can. Okay, you can see it's purely by my mistake. Not mistake, my carelessness. I read it as they can tailor, but actually it's what mentioned is they cannot be tailored. Of course, portals can be tailored, portals can be customized, but questions say cannot, so therefore it's wrong answer. So therefore it's answer. Okay, so that is purely because I was careless to read when I read the question. So that's definitely answer because it's wrong. Right, 22. Organizations use marketing information systems. So that is to help decision making, planning, marketing related things. To assist marketing managers, yes, of course, marketing information system is to assist marketing managers. Advertising, yes, advertising is sort of a something related to marketing. I will go for that. Product pricing, pricing is also usually part of the marketing because marketing department decide the price, competitive prices. Yeah, maybe I'll go for that. Conducting training is more HR related thing. Recruiting is, though it's a new salesman, recruiting is more HR work. Making product management decisions, sometimes marketing department influence, but usually product management is more to the product managers, engineering managers, and so on. I don't know whether they will take it because sometimes marketing managers influence it, but I will say no. Okay, so this is again little bit of a, there can be debatable answers. So I'll go for A and B. B is also a little bit, no, I'll go for A and B. Okay, 22. Right, so the examiner has taken A and B, but examiner has taken E also. I told you this is not a direct thing, but sometimes marketing managers need influence product management decision making as well because marketing managers request but teachers to be included because marketing managers knows the customer's needs, real needs. Okay, so therefore examiner has taken, I did not take it because it's not directive, but examiner has taken that. Okay, so in the future if you get something like this, just consider making product management decisions also as part of the marketing management. So basically one reason why we are doing past papers, of course, to get you familiar with the answers. The other thing is, especially for subject like information system, so your thinking must align with the examiner's thinking. So basically you need to understand the examiner's thinking because they are opinionated questions, right? So that is a little bit unfortunate, but anyway, you need to adapt to the examiner, okay? Because opinionated questions can be there in this kind of a subject, but not in programming subject, computer system subject, right? So this is the only subject where opinionated answers can be there. So whether you like it or not, because I don't like that, but anyway, we need to do that, right? 23 to 27. Best Fit, a garment manufacturing company. They have a garment manufacturing company. They have retail sales centers all over the country. They have recently introduced e-commerce website to promote their sales. Best Fit would like to understand their customers. That means they need some feedback from customers, buying patterns, requirements, and interest to take decisions to improve their sales. For this purpose, BestFit is planning to acquire a new information system that can assist executives and middle managers. Executives and middle managers. That means the top management and the middle management. Easily analyze their data and make data-driven decisions. So it's more sort of a decision support system, it looks. Okay. What type of information systems is BestFit looking for? Right. Business intelligence systems, transaction processing, definitely no. Production management system, no. Supply chain management, probably no. Customer relationship management, okay. So let's again read it. E-commerce website to produce sales. BestFit would understand their customers' buying patterns, requirements, improve their sales. It's more like for me business intelligence system. But some elements of custom relationship management is also there. Improve their sales, acquire new executives and blah blah blah. But it is not supporting the customers. It looks, it's more like get to know about the customers and take decisions, right? So I'll go for it. Again, this can be debatable because it's multiple, especially because multiple answers are possible. Okay, that is the issue. I'll go for it. Yes, examiner has taken only A. So I thought of E, but because it's not directly mentioned, I did not take it. Okay. Right. 24. To meet the above stated requirements, the new information system should include tools for querying, data visualization, pattern making, uh, reporting, training. So I don't think we need training support, but it looks like other things maybe we need, right? Querying, data visualization, pattern making. What is mean by pattern making? If it is to identify pattern, maybe that is the word, maybe the examiner's object intention is pattern matching or something. Anyway, it's debatable, but I will take it assuming that the wording is confusing. Some sort of reporting you need, right? I'll go for everything other than E. Right. So examiner has not taken E, but at the same time, the examiner has not taken C. Right. I told you this is the wording is confusing. Right. Because I think because the word pattern making, rather than pattern matching or identifying pattern, examiner has not taken C. So I thought maybe this is examiner means something else, but actually examiner has put it as a wrong answer. Anyway, pattern making is not a standard word. Okay. So therefore, so basically, if I go for this exam, how many marks I get? Uh, I get 1/3 for this, 1/3 for this, for D 1/3, but unfortunately I get minus half here because I mark wrong answer. So then again, so I have marked all three correct answers. So therefore 1 minus half, I get 20 plus half. Okay. I get only plus half. 25. If BestFit has saved its data in database until they develop a proper system, it can analyze its data and present results on dashboard using software such as. So that is the general knowledge. Okay. So what are the business intelligence tools available? So that is what they are looking for. Maybe this is mentioned in your reference book. I don't think that this is mentioned in any of your notes. Okay. Maybe check your general knowledge. Okay. So Microsoft Excel is something we can use, but the data is available in the database. Okay. Maybe we can import some data to the Excel sheets and do it. Okay. So this is something maybe we can use. Microsoft Power BI, I am not very familiar with this one. So this question is to see whether you are familiar with these tools. I'm not very familiar with this one. Therefore, I can't take a decision on this. Microsoft Project is for project management. Okay. But I don't think that for this kind of a thing, you need this because this is not project management. This is customer needs and blah, blah, blah. I will say no. I'm not very familiar with this one. Therefore, I can't make a decision on this. Access is a database software. Okay. So it already has a database. Okay. To analyze data, can we use Microsoft Access? Of course, Access also has some reporting features. Maybe we can take it to the Access database and do some reporting. So it's here and there again. Okay. Has saved its data in database until they develop proper system. Maybe I will go for E because I'm running out of answers also. I'm not very sure about these two. Okay. But anyway, Access is another database. If they already have a database, why do you need another database is another question. But maybe Access has some reporting features. So therefore, I'll go for E anyway. I'll go for A and E. Anyway, it's tough question, right? Yeah. So examiner has taken A and E, Excel and this. But examiner has taken, of course, examiner has not taken project because that is for project management. I did not take these two because I am not very familiar with these. Maybe these are also some tools. Microsoft Power BI. I don't know. QLiquView. This is L, right? I don't know. Q. I don't know how to pronounce this also. By the way, they have taken those two answers. Okay. At 26, best fit needs to present in a chart The process journey its potential customers take towards buying the garments. So that is customer buying patterns. Okay. What type of chart should they use for this purpose? Word cloud, that is to identify which words are more frequently used, and so basically get an idea about which topics this site is more interest providing information. Pie chart, I don't think pie chart can show the journey of the customer's behavior. Histogram, definitely the answer is what? Conversion funnel. We discussed about conversion funnel, right? So what from the point they landed to your website, uh, how many customers are retained to complete the transaction and buy something. So there can be places where things are getting, some people are not moving beyond that point. Okay. So definitely the answer must be conversion funnel, right? Other diagrams are not going to do this. I'll go for E. Yes, E. Okay. Right. Power BI used to data analytics. Yeah. So then yes, definitely that's the answer, right? Right. So 27. The company is planning to store all data in a multi-dimensional data warehouse. Remember the data cubes and so on, data marts we discussed, and analyze their current as well as historic data from different perspectives. What kind of data processing method should use for this purpose? TP, transaction processing, no. Online transaction processing, no. ETL processes, we used to gather data from different databases and prepare the data warehouse. That is when you prepare the data warehouse. So pump data to the data warehouse. But the question is what kind of data processing methods? I don't know whether examiner will take this because this is also part of the processing. But this is more when you prepare the data warehouse. We discussed that. Okay. Uh, Online analytical processing, yes. So that is online analytical processing. So it's all about analyzing data. Uh, what is ROLAP? Maybe online analytical processing, but what is R? I'm not very sure about this. Okay. I don't know whether we should take this because this is done when you prepare the database, but they are talking about the processing, not the preparation of the database. So therefore, I'll go for D only. I'm not very sure E whether E is answer because I'm not very sure what is ROLAP. So is it something that the examiner has just randomly pick? I'll go for D. Yes, examiner has taken D. Examiner has not taken C because this is done at the preparation of the data warehouse. Let's see whether is there something called ROLAP or is it some examiner has just put it to fool us. ROLAP. Anyone has idea? Relational online analytical processing. So what is relational online analytical processing? Is it analyzing the relational data? Yeah, relational data analysis method that uses relational databases. All right. So that means it's online analytical processing when we are using relational database. Of course, that is what mostly we do. But now we are moving more and more into the NoSQL databases and so on. So that means this is the general term. This is a special term when your database is relational. Okay. Uh, so maybe then examiner should have taken this also as answer, right? Because if online analytical processing is correct, so why don't we take relational online analytical processing? I don't know. For some reason, examiner has not taken E. Actually, if I knew this, I could have marked this also, thinking that examiner might take this. But anyway, examiner has not taken this. Examiner has taken only D. By the way, just remember ROLAP is relational online analytical processing, where online analytical processing, when you do it for relational databases. So still I feel like then this should have been answer also. Right. So you can see this paper, there are some more debatable answers, but 23 paper, very little debatable answers. So that is why I like 23 paper. One reason is it had clearly mentioned only one answer is correct. So for this kind of subject, the moment if they say multiple answers are correct, we get into some conflict with the examiners because there can be opinionated things. It's a good thing that they made information system paper only one answer correct in 23, but it doesn't mean that your paper will be the same. So you can't take that decision until you read the question paper, right? Read the question paper and see whether it's only one answer or multiple answers are possible. I wish that it will be only one answer correct because that should be the better approach for this kind of a subject. But don't trust me, just read the questions, okay? Question paper and decide. Right, 28. Which of the following can be considered as an advantage of buying an existing or off-the-shelf software? So that should be easy question. The software can be get upgraded easily. So usually for buy off-the-shelf software, you get the updates, right? It's something like Windows operating system, my Office packages, you get the update because it's a common software. They are supposed to provide updates. We don't need to develop it. Okay. So usually, yes, you get updates, but not all the software if it is a reputed software, bug fixes and so on. The software implementation time would be less, obviously not less, it's very little because it's already developed. Buyers can test drive and evaluate the software before buying it. Yes, because software is already available. So they will even give you a test run, evaluation period. On their test environment, they will create an account and ask you, tell you, you can just try out the software because software is already there. The users will get a software solution best matches their requirement. That is not the case because this is not software that developed for you. This is general software. It may not fit your requirement 100%. So that is the biggest disadvantage. The software can be easily modified and improved to meet the changing user requirements. No, because this is a common software. Common software you can't modify easily. Right? So therefore I'll say no. I'll go for ABC. Because this is not software developed for you. Yes, ABC. ABC. 29. Which of the following is are not an agile software development approach? Right. We discuss about agile software development and the software development or the programming. Waterfall is not agile. Scrum base, yes. Kanban, yes. Lean, yes. V model. V model. I am not very sure about that. I'm not very sure about that. Okay, let's say no because I have not heard about it. Okay, I have not heard about it. So the question is not an agile development. So therefore I'll go for A. Definitely A should be there. Because I'm not very sure about V model. I will go for that. I don't know whether it's a new agile approach or not. Okay, but because I have not heard it, I will assume that maybe it is not agile. I'll go for A and E because they're asking for not. Yes, A and E. Because Scrum, Kanban, Lean, those are all agile development methods. Okay. Additional one is just for your note. Can someone tell me another very popular agile development other than Scrum, Kanban, and Lean? Anyone? Anyone? Another popular agile, not very popular, somewhat popular agile development. Actually, Scrum evolved from that approach. Anyone? Anyone from software development field? Or maybe it's mentioned in our note also. I can't. I'm not 100% sure. Anyone? Scrum, Kanban, Lean. What is the other agile approach? Of course, this the most popular is Scrum. So no one. That is strange. I thought at least one give me the answer. At least one. Right. Do Google search and tell me at least Google search or Chat GPT or whatever search. What is the other popular one? Other than Scrum, Kanban, and Lean. Just one more popular approach. Of course, it's a little bit outdated because it has absorbed all the good things of that and they came up with Scrum. The other one is no one answered. Extreme programming, right? Extreme programming. Extreme programming or XP. Right? XP. Right? Correct. It's not extreme, extreme. Okay. EX. E is silent because we just say XP. Okay. Right. 30. Traditional software development approach would be appropriate when traditional approach. So traditional approach work when the requirements are stable. There is no need for early competitive advantage, right? It's not very dynamic. Requirements are, main thing is requirements are stable. Critical system requirements are fully defined at the start of the project. So that means requirements are 100% sort of stable. Yes, we can go for traditional development. The users need to try out and use the system models as they are developed. So then you need to go for iterative or prototyping. The scope of the software is well defined and there is a fixed budget. Go for waterfall. Okay, traditional development because well defined. The users value the quality of the software more than scope it covers. Quality of the software more than the scope. What is that? Is it something related to traditional development? Because agile development also the quality is there. I'm not very sure about that, whether it's related to this. There is a large software development team with well-defined roles and responsibilities. So usually agile development is for small software development teams, like only about 6 to 7 developers. Okay. So usually traditional development is used with big teams, but that is not always the case. But the way the wordings are done, it is presented, it looks like well-defined roles and responsibilities means more into the traditional development. I'll go for that. Because in agile development, developers play multiple roles. They are multi-talented people. I'll go for ACE. ACE. So these questions are not from your textbooks or whatever, right? So these questions, if you have thought about what is agile development, what is traditional development, so that is called the deep understanding. So there are two types of understanding, right? So one is deep understanding. Deep understanding means you have thought about it in a serious manner. Other one is just the surface understanding. That means you have just memorized some points from the notes. You have not thought about it. So these questions are to check whether you have thought about it. Think practically. Compare these things. So they can only at least guess these answers. At least guess these answers. Still, there are debatable things. That is part and parcel of life, right? Especially for this kind of papers. 31. Software package implementation process. That is pretty much reusable software development, where you analyze different software packages and pick those packages and build your software. Maybe you need to develop only small parts. Most of the things you are going to reuse from the existing packages from different vendors and so on. Okay. Right. So what is the correct order? So this is directly from your UCSC note. This is directly mentioned in the UCSC note. If you can remember, it will be easier. Otherwise, you need to use your common sense. Of course, if you can't remember, use common sense as much as possible. But if you can remember, yes, straight away you will get the answer. Okay. Right. So let's look at the answers. Package evaluation. So just try to put whether A is before B or something like that. You can put it puzzle layer. Integration and testing, usually this should be in the latter part. Make it in agahari. System analysis, this must be somewhere front. Okay, Israel on. Investigation, usually investigation is even before system analysis. System investigation and ඊටත් කලින්නේ. So අන්න එහෙම එක puzzle එකක් වගේ හදන්න. ඉතින් දැන් ඉතුරුලා තියෙන තව එක්කෙනයිනේ. ඒ කවුද? BCB A. බලමු හරියද කියලා. Package evaluation. Yes, package evaluate කරන්න requirement තේරුම් ගත්තට පස්සේ මොන package use කරන්න. Right. So DCAB. දැන් මම මතකෙන් නෙමෙයි කරේ නිකන් common sense use කරා හරි. Because investigation must be the first. Analysis must be the second. I think software development එකත් එහෙමයි. Testing එනවා අගට. ඊට පස්සේ මම ඉතින් මේ මැදට දැම්මා package evaluation. මොකද requirement analyze කරලා ඉවරනට පස්සේ නට packages අරගෙන මොන package use කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා බලන්න. So I'll go for DCAB. Let's see whether the answer is correct or not. C 31. Yes, answer is C. Okay. 32. An information system can add value to a business organization in 3 ways. Among them, support organizational learning, improving business process so that the organization can do their business activities better. Okay. 3 ways. I think this is not mentioned in your note. What are these 3 ways? I will try to use my common sense because I can't remember. Maybe from your reference book or maybe it's mentioned in your UCSC note. Okay, but I'm not very sure. I'll try to get 3 answers then. උත්තර තුනම තියනවාද උත්තර තුනෙන් දෙක තියෙන කියලා දන්නේ නැහැ දෙකක් හරි එකක්ද කියලා දන්නේ නැහැ. So for this question I 100% rely on my common sense because I can't remember. I don't know whether you remember. If you can remember, you will get the answer. If it is mentioned in your note, okay? Automating, generating, I don't think that will be a direct answer. Informating, strategizing, transformating. So, again. Automating, probably yes. Informating, probably yes, because informating means inform, give you the correct information. Transforming, I don't think that is part of the business information systems. But I feel like I'm 100% relying on my gut feeling. I feel like maybe these 3. Right? But this is not something I came through standard knowledge or memory. Just common sense. My common sense says maybe these 3. Because I can't remember the answer. Okay. Maybe it's in your textbook or not. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. 32. එක උත්තරය ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන තුනක් දීලා නැහැ examiner. බලන්න examiner කපටි වැඩක් කරලා තියෙනවා. මම examiner උගේ තුනක් හංගලාදී කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ කොහේ හරි පොතක වගේ note එකේ ඇති සමහරට හරි. So only informating is there. Right? Only informating there. මට ලකුණු කීයක් හම්බෙනවද? Because only one answer and that answer is there, I get +1. So then each wrong answer is -1/4 because there are 4 wrong answers. -1/4, -1/4. So that means I get anyway +half. ඒකට +half හම්බෙනවා තාම. මොකද වැරදි උත්තර ගොඩක් තියච්ච එකකින් තමයි මම වැරදි උත්තර දෙයක් ගන්නේ. හරි උත්තර එකක් තියෙනකොට ඒක ගැහුවයි කියන්නේ උඩ ධන එකක් එනවා. Okay. but මේක වගේ note එක කොහේ හරි ඇතියා. කොහේ හරි තියෙනවා බලන්න informating වලට අමතරව. Anyone has an idea what are the other 2? බලන්න. ඔයාගේ UCSC note එකේ තමයි තියෙනවා නම් තියෙනවා. කොයි එකේ තියෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. Maybe topic 2. මේ අස්සක මේ දන්නේ නැහැ නේ. ඔන්න අස්සක තියනවා බලන්න. There is difference between business improvement and BPR. If anyone found it, let me know. කොහේ හරි ඇති කියලා හිතනවා මට. මේකට යන්න තියෙන chance එක අඩුයි නේ. මතක නේද buy side sell side. මම තව එක දණයි බලන්න තියෙන්නේ. Maybe from your reference book otherwise. Yeah, just double check. I can't find it in your note, okay? See whether what are the other two. Information system acquisition. Information system acquisition our pay note එකේ තියෙනවා කියන්නේ මේකේ තියෙනවා. මේකේ තියෙනවා. This one, right? Information system can be used in 3 ways to add value to the organization: automating, informating, strategizing. Okay, automating, doing things faster and cheaper; informating, doing things better; strategizing, doing things smarter. Question එක අතර තියෙන එකෙන් තමයි. So that organization do their business activities better. හරිනේ. Doing things better කියලා තියෙනවා. Doing things better means informating. Anyway, it's not a standard knowledge. හරි එකයි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් තියෙන knowledge එක නෙමෙයි. ඒ reference book එකේ තියෙන විශේෂ කතන්දරයක්. හරි. මෙහෙම එක standard විදියට නෙමෙයි බෙදන. හරි. But anyway ඒවත් අහනවා. ඒක එච්චර හොඳ question එකක් නෙමෙයි paper එක අහන එක. But anyway, so that is how they have set up that question. Doing things better, they call it informating. Okay, informating. ඒක විතරක් කරන් තියෙන්නේ. ඇත්තටම අනිත් එක ගත් එකත් හරි මට කොහෙන් හරි මේ ඔටෝමේටින් ඔළුවේ තිබිලා තියෙනවා මගේ. හරි. ස්ට්‍රැටජයිසින්. එහෙනම් මගේ ඔළුවේ මේක කොහේ හරි තිබිලා තියෙනවා. මට මතකයක්වත් තියුන්නේ නැහැ. මෙහෙම දෙයක් තියුණාද කියලා. නමුත් බලන්න මම හරි උත්තර තුන මාක් කරලා තියෙනවා. හරි. මම හිතන් හිටියේ මේක නෝට් එකේවත් නැති දෙයක් කියලා. නමුත් කොහෙන් හරි ඒක අර දැකලා පුරුදු වුණා මට උත්තර තුන මාක් වුණා. නමුත් I did not pay attention to this wording, that is improving business process. Right? So improving things. So improving things is pretty much they call it informating, right? Doing things better. Doing things better. So doing things better කියලා තියෙන හද තමයි business better improve කරලා තියෙන තමයි ඒ උත්තරේ විතරක් කරන් තියෙන්නේ. මගේ ඔළුවේ තියලා තියෙන හැබැයි උත්තර තුන කොහේ හරි. Right. So let's move on to the next one. 7 is a company manufacturing umbrellas, raincoats and jackets. It strives to increase the quality of its production and build the brand by introducing different type of production with more quality features and better customer support. Mark කරගෙන they're manufacturing umbrella, raincoats and jackets. It strives to increase the quality of its production and build brand by introducing different types of products with more quality features, product differentiation, quality leadership, and better customer support than its competitors provide. ගොඩක් කතන්දර කියලා තියෙනවා. Which of the following organizational strategies is followed by Seven? මට පෙනීද ගොඩක් ඒවා support කරනවා ඒක. Overall low cost leadership, I don't think, because they are more interested in increasing the quality rather than decreasing the cost. Focus low cost, I don't think so, because they are not talking much about lowering the cost. Broad differentiation, right? You can see different types of products with more quality features and better customer support. Already they have the umbrellas, raincoats, jackets, and so on, right? Yeah, maybe broad differentiation, or is it broad or focus? ඉතින් මේ දෙක අතර පොඩි වෙනසයි තියෙන්නේ. Best cost provider, no. Cost පැත්ත ඒගොල්ලෝ එච්චර කියන්නේම නැහැ. Right? Cost පැත්ත කියන්නේ නැහැ ඒගොල්ලෝ. They are only more interested about quality and differentiation. Is it broad differentiation or focus differentiation? ඔන්න දැන් හිර වෙනවා. හරි උත්තර දෙකක් මේ වගේ ඔයාලට සැකයක් තියෙනවා නම් කරන්න පුළුවන් වැඩක් තමයි දෙකටම ගහන එක. ඇයි ඒ? මල්ටිපල් ආන්සර්ස් තියෙනවනේ. එතකොට ඔයාලට ධන එකක් එනවා. වැරදි එකට ඍණ 4 එකක් යනවා. ස්ට්‍රැටජිකලි කරනවා නම් මම කරන්නේ දෙකටම ගහන. එතකොට ධන 4න් 3ක් එනවා. හරි? මොකද හදිසියවත් වැරදි එකට ගෙවුවොත් බිඳුවයි. හදිසියවත් වැරදි එකට ගෙවුවොත් බිඳුවයි. හැබැයි මම දන්නවා මේ දෙක මේ තුන වැරදි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කියලා. එතකොට ඍණ සංඛ්‍යාව බෙදලා යනවා කියලා මම දන්නවා. ඒ වගේ වෙලාවක මම නම් කරන්නේ ඇත්තටම එක්සෑම් එකට ගියා නම් මම මේ පේපර් එක කරා නම් මම කරන්නේ ඔය දෙකටම උත්තර ගන්නවා. ඒතර මම දන්නවා මට අඩුම ගානේ 4න් 3ක් එනවා. අඩුම ගානේ නෙවෙයි අනිවාර්යෙන් 4න් 3ක් එනවා කියලා. මේ ගැන මට සෑහෙන විශ්වාසයක් නැහැ. මේ කොස් ගැන කවුරුත් කියන්නේ නැහැ. හරි. මම නම් කරන්නේ ඇත්තටම ওই දෙකම ගහන එක. නමුත් දැන් මම එකක් පික් කරනවා මේක මගේ එක්සෑම් පේපර් එක නෙමෙයි හන්දා. බලන්න මෙයා කියන්නේ broad the focus. Build a brand by introducing making a different type of products කියලා නේද? So I go for broad differentiation. Different types of products කියලා තියෙන හන්දා I'll go for C. Okay. නමුත් එක්සෑම් එකට ගියා නම් නමුත් දැන් නම් මට හිතෙනවා C එකට ගහන්න. මොකද මම මේ වචන දැක්ක හන්දා නැත්තම් මම කරන්නේ දෙකටම ගහලා එනවා. 33 I'll go for C. Right. 33 I'll go for C. Yes, C. So because it says different type of products. You can see how much of effort you need to put up, right, to get the answers. හරි ඔයාගේ ඔළුව වැඩ කරන්න ඕන නිකන් කටපාඩම් කරන් කියලා වම ආරන්න බෑ. හරි කටපාඩම් කරන් කියලා වම ආරන්න බැරි වෙන්න පුළුවන් තරම් එක්සැම් එක try කරනවා. ඒක ඉතාම හොඳ දෙයක්. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතනින් ෆිල්ටර් කරන්න හදන ඔළුවක් තියෙන කට්ටිය. කටපාඩම් කරන ගිරව් ටික අයින් කරලා දාලා. හරි ගිරවන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නෙට කෙලින් උත්තරයක් දෙන්න විතරයි හිතන්න බෑ ඒගොල්ලන්ට. 34. Which of the following problems are directly related to the heavy use of information systems? Is it related to the above? No. Poverty. Of course, heavy use of information is nothing to do with the poverty. Okay. Heavy use of information systems. Data leakages. Sometimes yes. Okay. Economic collapse. Of course not. Spreading of viral flu. Viral flu එකයි information වල සම්බන්ධයක් නැහැ. Maybe spreading of misinformation. Okay. මට හිතෙනවා ඔය දෙකම data leak වෙනවා නේද? data leak වෙනවා, video leak වෙනවා, information වැඩිම පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා. Spreading of misinformation is also because we get more and more information, there can be misinformation also. Yeah, I will go for B and E. Okay, 34. Yes, B and E. 35. Information systems investments can be evaluated by conducting cost-benefit analysis. So remember for some batches I did the information system acquisition last week after 2023 paper, right? So this is related to that cost-benefit analysis, multi-criteria analysis we discussed. Following is the list of 4 steps involved in analysis. However, they are not in the correct order. So this is how to do the cost-benefit analysis. Cost-benefit analysis means you identify the cost, you identify the benefits and try to quantify them and then calculate the benefit minus cost or compare the cost and benefit and take a decision whether it's worth. Right, compare cost and benefit, must be done at a latter part. Assign monetary value to benefits, that must be done before this. Assign monetary value to the cost, ඒක නම් කොයි පැත්තට කරාද ලොකු වෙනසක් නැහැ. whether B, C or C, B. අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා ගමු එහෙනම් cost එක නේද? Anyway, B, C, or C, B, I don't mind. Brainstorm cost and benefits. So that is to identify cost and benefits. So that I would say initially we need to do that. Because after brainstorming, we can get this. Okay. So I'm looking for something where A is the last, D is the first. I'm not interested about these two because these two we can do it in whatever the order, right? So therefore I'll go for E. Okay, I'll go for E. Yes, answer is C. දැන් දන්න තියෙන සම්පත් වලින් ප්‍රයෝජන ගන්න ඕන. හරි. මම අගයි මුලයි දැනගත්ත කියන්නේ I don't care even the middle. Okay. මොකද මේ උත්තර තියෙන එකයි තියෙන්නේ. 36. To avoid computer related waste and mistakes. Right? Waste and mistakes. Computer related waste means you waste computing time. Okay. Mistakes means because of the lack of understanding, lack of seriousness, people make mistakes. It's costly. Right. Conduct training programs for employees on how to use computer resources. Maybe yes, that will reduce at least the mistakes. Prepare, of course, waste is more attitude issue of the employees. Employees are not doing their work, rather they are doing their own work. That is, of course, you need to hire only professionals, not cheap people. Prepare and disseminate manuals and instruction sheets on how to use computer resources. Yes, right, better. Then there will be less and less mistakes and less waste also. ඒ කියන්නේ අර අහිංසක මිනිසුන්ගේ waste වෙන එක නවතිනවා. හැබැයි තක්කඩික් waste වෙන කරන එක කොහොම කරත් waste කරනවා. ඒකට ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝම නොගෙන ඉන්න ඕන තක්කඩින්. Implement the policies and procedures to acquire, use and dispose of computing devices and services. Implement policies and procedures to acquire, use and dispose computing devices. This is related to this one. Not a කෙලින්ම relate කියලා පේන්නේ. Expel the employees who are found guilty of misusing and making mistakes in using the computers. Making mistakes, misusing and mistakes. I don't know whether it's a good thing to expel those who are making mistakes. Rather, එක ටිකක් තද වැඩි වගේ. හැබැයි misuse කරන්න නැව නම් එළවල දානවා. Misuse කරන්නේම තියන් ඉඳලා වැඩක් නැහැ. අනේ මම දෙක 50-50. I agree with this part but not with this part. හැබැයි ඉතින් දිගින් දිගටම mistake කරනවා නම් තියන් ඉඳලා වැඩකුත් නැහැ. මොකද ඔඩුවක් නැත්තම් අපිට තියන් ඉන්න බෑනේ. හරක් පට්ටිය. I will say yes. I am little bit harsh and I will say yes. I hope examiner is also harsh on this kind of people. But I am not very sure, but I will go for D. Actually, if the examiner take D, I am really happy about the examiner. Examiner ටිකක් තද කෙනෙක්. Provide access to computer resources only to the employees who have obtained certificates on how to use them. That is also a little bit too much, but I don't know. Sometimes yes. But sometimes people they don't have certificates, but they have the skills. So therefore, I think this is too much. මේක ටිකක් තද වැඩි ඕනට වැඩි වගේ මට තේරෙන්නේ. Okay. But I don't know if the examiner take this. But මේක ටිකක් තද වැඩි වගේ, but I go for that. Okay. So therefore, I'll go for D, B, and A. Okay. It can be a little bit debatable. But බැලු පේන එක debatable answers here. Okay. 36. Let's see what are the examiner's answers. Right, examiner has taken A, B, and C only. Sorry. So A, B anyway examiner has taken. මං මේක ටිකක් අද වැඩි කියලා. මොකද අයින් කරන එක එච්චර හොඳද මේ mistake එකක් කරපු පළියට. හැබැයි examiner එච්චර දරුණු වෙලා නැහැ. හරි. So examiner has not taken this, but examiner has taken C. Implement policies and procedures acquiring, use and disposal of computing devices and services කියලා තියෙන හැබැයිනේ. Yes, I think this is the answer. I thought it is only hardware, but you can see services are also there. Services means basically the software. Yeah, so I should have taken C. Right, I should have taken C. So the answers are A, B, and C. Examiner has thought that okay, just because people making mistakes, you should not expel people. Expel can අයින් කරලා දානවා. හැබැයි misusing වලට නම් expel කරාට කමක් නැහැ. නමුත් making mistakes වලට expel කරන එක ටිකක් harsh. Right? Harsh. So therefore, the examiners, I think examiner's answer is reasonably good. ABC. Okay, ABC. Option C again. Implement policies and procedures. Policies means you define what you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do. That is called policies. And procedures means define how to use something. That is called, those are called procedures. In acquire means get the information systems like the purchase process, evaluation process. Then of course the use. Use is our main concern. How to use, the policies related to use, policies, procedures related to use. Dispose means when you are done with the system, right? Maybe after some time you want to discontinue your information system. Hardware you need to dispose, right? Computers, printers, how do you get rid of that? Maybe you need to resell them, you need to recycle if you are conscious about the environment and so on. Okay. But anyway, it has covered both computing devices, hardware and software. Okay. So I think that is good because mistakes. I don't know whether here waste means computer waste. Okay. Sometimes this is very ambiguous. Sometimes when we say waste, waste means wasting computer resources. Okay. But sometimes when they say waste, that is dispose your outdated hardware and so on. So if it is waste means the outdated hardware or the old hardware you want to get rid of, then of course this is pretty much answer. Right? Because anyway, there you need to disposal of computing devices. Maybe examiner is interested of waste as disposal of devices as well. Because I can't exactly say because waste have two meaning, wasting computer resources and disposing your used computers. So maybe examiner has taken waste as disposing, but then these are not related. මේක නිකන් අර අදාළ නැති කරුණු දෙකක්. මේක එකක් මේක එකක්. හරි. ඒක තමයි කතන්දරේ. බොහෝ දුරට waste එකයි mistake එකයි එකට යන්නේ. Waste your resources, make mistakes කියලා තේරුමින් තමයි. හරි. Right. 37. Consider the following terms listed under column A and definitions under column B. Right. Cyber legal. I'm not very sure about that. Cyber bullying, cyber loafing. So I'm pretty sure about cyber bullying. So therefore I'll first match that. ඒකෙන් අපි කොට දාන්න බලමු. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවනම් අවුලන්නේ අනිත් එක. හරි මට අනිත් එක loafing නම් ලාවට මතකයි. මේක නම් කොහෙත්ම මතක නැහැ. Cyber bullying means you bully someone. කෙනෙක්ව අපහසුතාවයට පත් කරනවා. Action of employees who use computer resources for the personal use while pretending to be doing office work. That is not cyberbullying. The act of crime of making false statements to harm the individual's or business organization's reputation. The act of harassing individuals using information technology mainly via social platform. That is bullying. So therefore, I first looking for 2-3 mapping. 2-3 mapping. This is 2-2, 2-2, 2-1, 2-3, 2-3. Then now. So that now I have reduced my focus to just 2 answers. Then මම කනා එකක් ගෙවල් මට 50% chance එකක් තියෙනවා. 50% chance එකක් තියෙනවා. අපිට හොඳටම ෂුවර් නැත්නම් දෙකටම ගහනවා ඇයි ඒ? ඒතකොට මම දන්නවා එකකට +1 හම්බ වෙනවා ඊළඟට අයින් වෙනවා -1/4. ෂුවර් නැති වෙලාවක මම කරන්න බදන්න මේ දෙකටම ගහනවා. මේ දෙකටම ගහම මම දන්නවා අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මට එනවා +3 out of 4. ඒක නේ ස්ට්‍රැටජයිසින් කරනවා කියන්නේ. ස්ට්‍රැටජි එකක් හදා ගන්නවා කියන්නේ. ඇත්තට මම එක්සෑම් එකට ගියා නම් මට මේ දෙකම එච්චර ෂුවර් නෑ. මම කරන්නේ ওই දෙකටම ගහලා එනවා. මම දන්නවා අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මට 4න් 3ක් එනවා. හරි. හැබැයි දැන් මම එක්සෑම් එකේ නෙමෙයි ඉන්න අන්දා මේ දෙකෙන් එකක් තෝරගමු. cyber loafing, cyber libel. ඇත්තට මට කිසිම අයිඩියා නැහැ ඔය දෙක ගැන. හරි. අපි බලමු එක්සෑම් එකේ ආන්සර් එක මොකක්ද කියලා. හරි. මේක සමහරවිට ඔයාගේ නෝට් එකේ හරි තියෙනවා ඇති නැත්නම් රෙෆරන්ස් බුක් එකේ ඇති. හරි. හැබැයි මම ගියා නම් අනිවාර්යෙන් මේ දෙකටම ගහනවා. මම දන්නවා මට අනිවාර්යෙන් 4න් 3ක් හම්බ වෙනවා ඒක. 37 what is the examiner's answer? B. Right? B I D R දෙකක් වෙන්න බෑ. So that means 1 is mapped to 2. So cyber, I don't know how to pronounce this also, libel or whatever. So according to examiner, that is 2 act of crime of making false statement to harm an individual's or business organization's reputation. So that is what this. So then cyberloafing means action of employees who use common resources, computer resources for personal use while pretending to be using office work. එහෙම කරන මිනිස්සු සමහරලාට ඉන්නවා නේද? වැඩක් නැති මිනිස්සු ඉන්නවා. Right. So that is cyberloafing. So just note it down, okay? If those are new to you, maybe you already know these words. හැබැයි අනිත් තැන් වල ස්ට්‍රැටජයිස් වෙන්න දැක්කම කොහොම හරි 4 3ක් ගන්නවා කොහොමද මේකට? දැන් අපිට 4 3ක් කරන දෙකම මාක් කරා. Right, 38. To overcome the privacy issues associated with apps for instant messages, right? Privacy issues, instant messages, texting and emails, people should not open files or click links in messages from people you don't know. Yes, there can be some hacking attempts and so on. Stop using emails and apps such as Word, WhatsApp, Instagram for instant messaging. So that is not practical thing. I යන කතා කරලා වැඩක් නැහැ. Never send sensitive personal data such as credit card numbers, password via text or instant messaging. Yes, so don't send those things. Credit card numbers and so on. But okay. Never send messages and photos you would be embarrassed to have your family members, colleagues or friends reads. Yes, so don't do that kind of things. Select a texting or instant messaging app that receives higher security ratings and consider using a service that encrypt text. Yes, හරි හොඳට කල්පනා කරලා බලලා පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන. හොඳ ratings තියෙන encrypt කරන end-to-end encrypt කරන. So we'll go for C, D, and E. Right. C, D, and E is taken, but yes, sorry for that. Yes, we talked to K also, right? මම මෙතන mark කරලා තියෙන්නේ. A also. Yes. So answer is A, C, D, and E. A, C, D, and E. Right. 39. Which of the following statements are correct regarding ergonomics? Ergonomics means designing and using your hardware things for the health well-being of the humans or the users, right? Without causing health problems and make it convenient and so on. Sometimes it's arrangement of the working environment, sometimes special use of specially designed things like keyboard, mouse. Okay. It is the science that studies human behaviors as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternate. What is big? Between ends and scarce means which have alternative use. I don't think that. And then scarce can get. Maybe some strange words. It helps to reduce job-related injuries, yes, illness and stress, and to increase job satisfaction, which leads to improved productivity. Yes, right? So ergonomics will reduce the job-related injuries and so on because it's well-designed environment. It is the science of designing information system infrastructure to maximize the safety, comfort, and efficiency of their users. That is also correct. It is the study of how people allocate scarce for production, distribution, and consumption both, but I don't think that is the answer. What is mean by scarce? Scarce can higa කියන එක නේද? Anyone? Scarcity. Yeah, insufficient. It can ohigai. So I don't think that is the answer. It considers factors such as flow of the keyboard, position and designing of display screens, and placement and design of computer tables and chairs. That is also correct. Right. So I'll go for E, C, B. I'll go for B, C, and E. B, C, and E. Yes, B, C, and E. Okay. 40. Which of the following cannot help to protect computers and data in computers? Cannot. Right. Computers and data in computer. Antivirus software, yes, it can protect. Distributed denial of service, DOS. DOS is not to protect. DOS attack is to harm. So it cannot protect. It is actually attack. Encryption can protect. firewall can protect. Flaming is ගිනි තියනවා වගේ වැඩ නේද? මිනිස්සු අවුලවන්නේ. So cannot protect. ඇත්තට මෙයා protect නෙමෙයි මෙයා වැරදි වැඩ. I'll go for B and D. I'll go for B and D. Yes, B and D. And that's it. Right. So this paper is a little bit tougher than 2023 paper simply because multiple answers are correct. Okay. But I hope you will get something similar to 2023. But anyway, again, examiner might go back to the multiple answers. Okay. Right. So we'll take a break. After the break, we'll move on to 2023 maths paper. Okay. So let's move on to maths paper. So this is our first maths paper anyway. And some of the questions I will not be doing because the new syllabus, they have taken out 2 topics, right? Sequence and series, as well as they have taken out modular arithmetic. But they have added few more, they have increased the scope of some topics. That part I will do in the next, when we do the maths again, that part we'll do. But today I want to concentrate on the past paper. Okay. If you go through the the new syllabus, you will see that they have added few more small subparts to the, especially for trigonometry, they have added few more. Okay. So I will do those things in the next class. Okay. But first I want to put you into the exam mood. Right. So this one, again, 1 or more correct answers are possible. And this is 1 hour paper because this is when it was a EN subject. Now it is IT subject. So therefore, most probably this year it will be a 2 hour. But I can't say exactly. You need to wait until they publish the exam timetable. Most probably this will be a 2 hour because usually for IT subjects, so the GPA subject, you have 2 hour papers. Okay. But let's wait. Maybe it's a 1 hour paper, maybe it's a 2 hour paper. But this paper is 1 hour paper and multiple answers are possible. Okay, 1 or more correct answers. So each time you read. And this one has only 280 questions because it's a 1 hour paper. Okay. And let me open the answers also. Right, question number 1. Which of the following statement regarding operations involving integers are false? It's not a calculation, it's a theory question. The square of any integer is a non-negative number. So square of any integer, like square of 25 is 5. Okay. So if you don't consider about imaginary numbers, yes, it's a non-negative number. Because it can't be a negative number because negative number multiplied by negative number is always positive number, right? So therefore, square root of, no, that can be the case, right? So for example, square root of 25 can be -5 as well, right? Because -5 squared is also 25. Square, sorry, not square root, it's square. Sorry. It's not square root, it's square. Yes, square must be always positive or non-negative. Non-negative because when you square a negative number, again you ended up with positive number. And when you square 0, it is 0. That is why you say non-negative. Non-negative means 0 or positive. Right? Yes, answer is correct. Subtracting a negative integer from a positive integer. That is, from positive integer, you subtract a negative integer. Something like this. So when you subtract negative integer from a positive integer, it's something like adding. Okay. Subtracting a negative integer from positive integer results in a positive integer. Yes. Because this is a positive integer. When you subtract a negative integer, it's something like adding. So when you add something to the positive integer, always the result is a positive integer. So that is correct. Multiplying an odd number of negative integers yields negative product. So that means you have odd number of values like 3, 5, multiplying odd number of negative integers. So these are negative values. If it is odd number of negative values, the result is also negative because negative into negative is positive, positive into negative is again negative, again positive, again negative. So answer is a negative value. And because it's those are integers, the answer is also integer. The result is a negative integer, right? Negative product, yes, answer is a negative product. The absolute value of a product of two integers, right? You multiply two integers and take the absolute value, always greater than the product of their absolute values. Now think about it, right? So just take an example and think. It's something like this. You can see that I think this take more time than doing calculation because you need to think. Say -3 into say +2. Absolute value of a product. Okay, absolute value of product. Absolute value of product is always a positive value. Anyway, always greater than the product of their absolute values. So the product of absolute value is also positive because both are positive. Okay. So basically product of absolute value when is same as product of two absolute value is same as you product and then take the absolute value. Okay. Both are the same, right? -3's absolute value is 3. +2's absolute value is 2. 3 into 2 is 6. Here -3 into 2 is -6. Absolute value of -6 is 6. So it looks like both are the same. The absolute value of product of two integers is always greater than the product of their absolute values. I don't think so. So for me, both gives the same value. Same value. So I say no. Dividing a non-zero integer. Non-zero integer, that is positive value, by 0 results in undefined value. Actual number divided by 0 is infinity. So actually it is not undefined. Okay. By the way, can we take it as undefined? Because some people take infinity as undefined. But in reality, it is not undefined. Okay. By the way, you must have at least one answer, right? So therefore, I'll go for E because no, already I have D. Right? Absolute value of a product of two integers is always greater than the product of their absolute values. No, right? So therefore, D is there. Actually, this is not undefined, rather it is infinity. So therefore, I don't know whether anyway multiple answers are also possible. So therefore, anyway, I'll go for D. Shall I go for E? Because it's not really undefined. It's actually infinity. It's infinity. Sometimes examiner might take this as an answer. But usually it is not undefined. It is infinity. Okay. Because there are a lot of wrong answers, I will take a risk and I will mark this. Because I thought මට අඩු වෙන්නේ පොඩි ගානයි. හැබැයි ආවොත් ධන පහක් ධන භාගයක් වෙනවා. ධන භාගයක් වෙනවා. ආවොත් භාගයයි ගියොත් 4න් 1යි. ඒක අන්නම රිස්ක් එකක් තරම් ඊටත් ගහනවා. Okay. I'll go for D and E. What is the examiner's answer? Right, examiner has taken only D. Okay. That means I get only +3 out of 4. Right? Because this is not really undefined, rather infinity. Okay. Non-zero integer means non-zero integer means, but there's a small issue here also, because non-zero integer means it can't be 0. It is the 0 divided by 0 is undefined. That is why it's a non-zero integer. That means it's a value divided by 0 is infinity. So I thought infinity examiner might take it as undefined, but in reality examiner has taken it as not undefined, it's infinity. Remember, infinity is not undefined. So therefore, examiner's answer is, if you take it in a perfect way, yes. But I thought examiner might think loosely, but actually examiner has think very seriously, and examiner has not taken D. So therefore, answer is D. Okay. So we mentioned those things. Okay. So if you take our note, introduction to numbers, mathematics. You can see these are the undefined situations. Following are not defined in conventional mathematics. So which include what? Infinity divided by infinity, infinity minus infinity, infinity into 0, infinity to the power 0, 1 to the power 0. For some reason, I have not added 0 divided by 0. That must also be there. Okay. So these are not undefined. These values are infinity. And I should have added something divided by 0 also as here. Okay. Should I? Yeah, I have not added that. Okay, let me fix that. There's a small issue with my note, our note also. So this must have 0 divided by 0 also. Okay, 0 divided by 0 also. Because that is also undefined. Zero divided by 0. Okay, 0 divided by 0 is undefined. Other undefined situations are infinity divided by infinity, infinity minus infinity, infinity into 0, infinity to the power 0, 1 to the power infinity. Okay, so these are infinity. And there's another possibility of infinity, that is number divided by 0. I have not added that. Okay. So let me add that also. For some strange reasons, I have not added it. Number divided by 0 is actually, we can't use the infinite equal. It should be limit to infinity, but I will take it as something like that. Okay. I will add the updated note. Okay. Right. So therefore, remember, number divided by 0 is not undefined, it's infinite. But some people say infinity also is undefined. That is why I took it. Okay. Right. So let's move on to second question. So that is easy question. That is called rationalizing the denominator. You want to get rid of the denominator. So how to do that? If it is a plus b, you multiply it by a minus b. Okay, so then square of difference of squares will be there, which will eliminate the square root. 3 minus 2 root 3. You must do it for the other part also. Right, so when you simplify this, that is 3 squared is 9, minus root 3 into root 3 is 3. 2 into, remember, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Right, minus 2 times a, that is 3, and 2 root 3 plus square of this is 4 into root 3 square is 3. 4 into 3 is 12. Okay, and this is a squared minus b squared, because a plus b into a minus b is a squared minus b squared. 9 minus 2 root 3 square is 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3, 4 into 3, 12. Okay, so therefore final answer is 9 plus 12, which is 21. 2 times 2 times AB. 3 into 2 is 6, 6 into 2 is 12, 12 root 3. Right? Minus 12 root 3 divided by 9 minus 12 is minus 3. I can take 3 out. Then 7 minus 4 root 3. 7 minus 4 root 3, I take 3 out. That is 3 out divided by minus 3. That is 4 root 3 minus 7. Right? 4 root 3 minus 7. D is answer. No other one is answered. Okay, so the answer is D. Second one answer is D. Yes, answer is D. Third one. So it's an index question. I did the integers and logarithms for all the batches. For 1 to 25 batch, sorry, batch 5, I shared you the recording of the some other batch. Okay, so make sure you go through that session. Of course, for 1, 2, 3, 4, I have done this. Only for batch 5, I gave you the recording. Okay, the recordings for previous batch. Most probably you will not get log questions, but definitely integers part is still there. Integers part is still there. The log part is not there. Okay. Right. So this is very easy question. 9 x to the power minus 2 y to the power 3. Okay. So this one I can write it as 1 over value. These negative values I will take down. So then 9y cube divided by x to the power minus 2. I will take it as x to the power 2. This is x to the power 2 to the power 2 is x to the power 4. Y to the power minus 1 to the power 2 is y to the power minus 2. That I will take it as y to the power 2 here. Okay. Then this is 1 over value, 1 over x to the power 2 y. Now I can easily simplify. So here we have 1y that I can cancel out with this. That is 9y to the power 4 divided by x to the power 8. Okay, x to the power 8. Do we have such an answer? This 3 squared is 9. Y to the power 4. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. Yes, so this is an answer. This is y to the power 2. This is not an answer. This is 3 to the power 2 is 9. Y to the power 2 to the power 2 is correct, but this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong anyway. And this is wrong anyway. So the answers are B and C. Sorry, answer is only B. Right, answer is only B. So third one answer is B. Yes. Fourth one. ඒක නම් මම කරන්න දෙයක්වත් නැහැ. ඉතින් හරි සමගාමී සමීකරණ. Anyway, let's do it. I will use the elimination method. I'll call this 1, this second. I'll multiply this by 2 and multiply this by 13. There's no other option. Okay. Then only y to y get cancelled. 1 multiplied by 2 minus 2 multiplied by 13. Then this will cancel out, 26 and 26. 2 into 2 is 4x minus 13 into 13. I think that is 169. Okay, මතකයි 12 වරක් 12යි 147යි 13 වරක් 13 169 මට මතක විදියට බලන්න. So then it will be 4x minus 169x equal 36 into 2, that is 72, minus 69 into 13. 69 into 13, 27 to 20, and this is again 69, 7, 9, 897. Right? So that is minus 165x equal 897 minus 72. 825. Okay. So is it 5? Minus 5. So ඍණ ලකුණක් නැහැ නෙමෙයි. 5 into 5 is 25. 5 into 6 is 30, 32. Yes, it's minus 5. But we don't have minus 5. This is also negative. So negative cancel out, plus 5. Yes, x is 5. X is 5 is the answer. Now I can find y also by using one of these equations. So let's say x is 5 in first one. 5 into 2 is 10. plus 13y equal 36. 13y equal 26. Y equal 2. So y equal 2 is answer. So the answers are B and D. B and D, correct. Okay, B and D. Did you upload the recording of the other batches in Google Classroom for batch 5? I think so. If not, I will do it again. Let me double check whether I have done it. I thought I did it. Let me double check, okay? If not, I will upload it. I think this issue is for batch 5. Batch 5. So last time I told you that I will upload it. Let me double check, okay? Maybe I forgot. Yes, you can see mathematics, integers, and logarithms. Recording from other batch. Okay, so this is the one. For the batch 5, I uploaded a different recording from different batch. Okay, right. Right, so let's move on to the 5th one. Consider 3 consecutive odd numbers. Right, 3 consecutive odd numbers. If you add the first 2 and then subtract the third, consecutive odd numbers means if your first number is x, next one is x plus 2. Next one is x plus 4. Right? Use your common sense. Right? Consider 3 consecutive odd numbers, x, x plus 2, and x plus 4. Okay? If you add the first two, right? Add the first two, and then subtract the third, then divide the result by 3. Then you divide it by 3. And finally, multiply it by 8. Then you multiply it by 8. You get 264. You get 264. What is the smallest odd number? That means you need to find x. Right. Right. So can we divide this? 4, 1, 3, 2. Yes, I can divide it again. 4, 3, 12, 33. So that is 99. So x plus this is minus x and plus x get cancelled. That is x. This is minus 4. This is plus 2. Plus 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Equal 33 into 3 is 99. X is 101. So the x value must be 101. Right? Answer must be A. 5th one answer must be A. Right? So just use your common sense, logical thinking, problem solving mentality. Right? Right. So this is a very easy question. So just substitute 4. 4 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 1. That is 5 divided by 4 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 over 5. Right? 1 over 5 means, I will simplify this first. 5 divided by 4 plus, this is common denominator is 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 1 divided by 6 divided by 5. That is 5 divided by 4 plus 5 divided by 6. That is 5 divided by 6 is the common denominator. 6 into 4 is 24. 24 plus 5 is 29. So then 6 goes up. 5 into 6 is 30 divided by 29. 30 divided by 29, answer is C. Right? Answer is C. Super easy question. Just arithmetic calculations. Right? What about this one? So this is, you must cleverly use indices. Okay? You must cleverly use indices. So the question is 9 to the power x plus 2y they don't ask x and y values, right? Because you have one formula and how do you find two values? But they need this some connection between x and y. They are not asking you to find x and y. Okay, so read the question. 243 to the power x minus 3y. Remember, when we have an equation, what can we do? You can add the same value, subtract the same value, multiply by same value, divide by same value, right? When you have one question, okay, one equation, you can take the power of the same value, log of the both side. Still, the answer must be same. Sine, cosine. So, because if the two values are the same, the log values are the same. Powers must be the same, or the eddy index must be the same. And also remember, when you solve equations, when you have this kind of situation, when bases are the same, indices must be the same. When indices are the same, bases must be the same. So you can use those also. Okay. So maybe we'll try to put it into a common index. So then I can say when index is, sorry, when the common base, when base is the same, index must be the same. So come up with a strategy. Right? First, think about it. Come up with a strategy, then come up with a tactic, then execute. That is how you do maths. For that, you need bit of experience doing some questions. That is why I ask you to do at least 5 years of past papers. For other subject, maybe 3 years, but for maths, at least 5 years. Right. So I will try to put it into maybe 943. Is it a power of 9? 9 into 9 is 81. Is it 81 into 9? 9 into 8 is 72. No, right? So therefore, it's not a power of 9. So therefore, I'll try to put this as a power of 3. Then I can put 9 as power of 3. Then the two bases will be the same. මම tactic strategy එකක් හදාගෙනයි වැඩේ කරන්නේ. නිකන් ඔය කල්පනා කරන්නේ නැහැ. Right. So can I write it as power of 3? 3 into 3 is 9. 9 into 3 is 20. Sorry, 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 is 81. Is it 81 into 3? Yes. So therefore, it's a power of 3. Right? It's a 3 to the power 5. 1, 9, 9, and 3. Yes, 3 to the power 5. So therefore, definitely I can do this question now. So therefore, this is 3 to the power 5 to the power x minus 3y. And of course, 9 is 3 to the power 2 to the power x plus 2y. So therefore, I can write this as 3 to the power 2x plus 4y equal 3 to the power 5x minus 15y. 5x minus 15y. So when the two bases are the same, the indices must be the same because it's an equation. So therefore, 2x plus 4y equal 5x minus 15y. It's either y equal or x equal. I will take y to the one side, 15y I will take here. That is 19y equal, I will take the x to the other side, 5x minus 2x is 3x. That is y equal 3 divided by 9x. Do we have that? Y equal 3 divided by 19x? Yes, this is an answer. Then x is 19 divided by 3y. Do we have that? 19 divided by, yes. X is, no, right? You don't have that answer. 19 divided by 3. Okay. So therefore, answer is only A. 8 answer is A. Yes. Okay. කලබල වෙන්න එපා. ඔයාලට තමන් ගැන ආත්මවිශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා ඉස්සෙල්ලා. ඒක තමයි ගණන්කාරයෝ කියන්නේ. තමන් ගැන ආත්මවිශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා. ගණන්කාරයෝ කියන්නේ කුණුවarp ගියාගෙන T50 අරගෙන යන අය නෙමෙයි. ඔළුවෙන් තමන් ගැන ආත්මවිශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා. තමන්ගේ ලොජිකල් තින්කින් ගැන. තමන්ගේ හැකියාවන් ගැන. ඒක තමයි මැත්ස් පේපර් එකක් දෙන්නේ. List all the integer values that satisfy this inequality. So this means and. Okay. මේක සහ මේක. Let's break it into 2. Minus 5 less than 2x plus 1 and logical thinkers are not afraid to use the word and or not. And logical thinkers නැති අය හරි බයයි ඔය වචන පාවිච්චි කරන්න. and and 2x plus 1 less than or equal to 3. So now I have two inequalities. Let's solve this one. I will take this to this one. Minus 5 minus 1 is minus 4 less than 2x. And this is 2x plus 1 less than or equal to 3. That is 2x less than or equal to 2. So that is minus 2. That is x greater than minus 2 and 1. X less than or equal to 1. So that means, and okay, x must be greater than minus 2. Greater than minus 2. And it must be less than or equal to 1. Less than or equal to 1. That means it must be here. So that means my final answer is this is exclusive, this is inclusive, this range. Okay, this range. Right. And it's an integer. Right, it's an integer. So therefore, 5 possible answers are, because answer is not a range, they have given the integers. So minus 2 is an integer, but it is exclusive. So the next integer is minus 1, then 0, 1 is inclusive. So the 5 possible answers are, not possible answers, the answers are minus 1, 0, and plus 1. So, that answer is not there. Did I make a mistake? Minus 5 less than, x must be minus 5 less than 2x plus 1. Minus 5 minus 1. This must be minus 6. So I made a mistake, okay? Yes, I made a mistake here. Plus 1 become minus 1, then minus 6. Okay, so this is minus 6. Like minus 6 less than 2x. That is minus 3. X must be greater than minus 3. Right, minus 3. Therefore, this is my thing. So therefore, minus 2 is also inclusive. Minus 2 is also inclusive. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, and අනිත් පැත්තට දීලා තියෙන්නේ. Answer must be C. කපටිකවට අනිත් පැත්තට දීලා තියෙන්නේ. ලොකු එකේ ඉඳලා පොඩි එකට. So answer must be 6. Sorry, answer must be C. C. Okay, right. 10th one. A rectangular container has a base that is 12 centimeter long, right, and 8 centimeter wide. Rectangular container. Okay, rectangular container. The container is filled with water. Maybe something like this. Rectangular. Something like this. Right. So filled with water, maybe up to this level. Right, up to this level. 12 centimeter long, let's say 12 centimeter long and 8 centimeter wide. The container filled with water to height of 6 centimeter. Say this is 6 centimeter. If all the water is poured into a second container with square base, square base. Square base. It will rise to height of 16 centimeter. Yeah, I know 16 centimeter. And if it is x, this is x. What is the length of one edge of the square base? I need to find x of the second container. So that means you need to equate the two volumes. Simple as that. So answer is 8 into 12 into 6, same as x into x is x squared into 16 into 16. and 8, 2, 2 and 6. So x squared is 6 squared. So therefore x must be 6. Answer is 6 centimeters. Super simple question. Okay. Answer is A. Right. 11th question. So there's a log question. Anyway, I'll do the log question. Okay. Because it's good for you to know the logs, though your new syllabus has not mentioned anything about log. But you who knows, the examiner might again give you a log question, right? So therefore, anyway, for 4 of the batches, I have done the logarithms. Other batch, I just shared the log indices and log recording. Okay. Right. So let's do this one first. Right. So I will take 3x squared to the other side. Right. I will take everything to one side so that I get a quadratic equation. Okay. But I will keep that positive. 4x squared minus 3x squared plus 7x minus 5x also become plus 5x plus 19 minus 1 will become plus 1. Okay. That is 4x squared minus 3x squared is x squared plus 12x plus 20 greater than 0. I just take it to the left side. Okay. Right. So now I need to find out, do we have any fractions or can we factorize it? When you multiply, you must get 20. When you multiply, you must get 20. When you simplify, you must get 12. What are those? Right. When you multiply, you must get 20, and that is 10 and 2, right? 10 plus 2 is 12, and 10 into 2 is 20. Very easy. Okay, so therefore I write it as x squared plus 2x plus 10x plus 20 greater than 0. Anyway, if you swap it also, you will get the same answer. Then you take 2 by 2, x plus 2 plus 10, x plus 2 greater than 0. Because I know what I'm doing. I know that these are anyway going to be the same because I know what I'm doing. X plus 2 into x plus 10 greater than 0. If product is greater than 0, there are two possibilities. Both are positive or both are negative. So you need to consider both possibilities. Okay. Right. You need to take both possibilities. So the first possibility is x plus 2 is greater than 0 and x plus 10 greater than 0. Or second possibility is x plus 2 is less than 0 and x plus 10 is less than 0. Right. From first one, we get x greater than minus 2 and x greater than minus 10. So that means it must be greater than minus 2. At the same time, it must be greater than minus 10. So both are satisfied when x is greater than minus 2. From that one, we get x must be greater than minus 2. So that is one answer. Right. So let's get back to the second side. Pure logical thinking. Okay. From here, we get x plus 2 less than 0 means x must be less than minus 2. Plus 2 I take to the other side, and x must be less than minus 10. Right? So that means x must be less than minus 10. That is somewhere here, and also less than minus 2. So both satisfied when x is less than minus 2 only. Sorry, both satisfied when x is less than minus 10 only, because it is an and. It must be less than minus 10 and less than minus 2. So that means x must be less than minus 10. That is my second answer. Okay. That is my second answer. So do we have those answers? Here is my question now. Yeah, so x must be greater than -2, x must be less than -10. X, and it must be O, right? X must be less than -10, or x must be greater than -2, right? So this is x is greater than 10, this is x is less than 10, this is x is greater than -10, but this x is less than -2, this x is greater than, no, that is also wrong. Answer is B, right? 11th one, answer is B. Yes, B. Okay. Right. 12th question. So do you need any more explanation about that? So it's simply a quadratic equation, right? So just rely on your logical thinking. Don't do any illogical things. But if you get used to do illogical things in your life also, උදේ නැගිටලා ඉඳලා illogical things නම් ගණන් හදද්දි විකාරය ඔලුවට එනවා. දැන් අපි ඇවිල්ලා උදේ නැගිටලා ඉඳලා illogical වැඩ එකක්වත් කරලා නැහැ දවසට මම තාම. හරි illogical වැඩ කියන්නේ තේරුමක් නැති වැඩ. ඒක ගානක් හදද්දි ඒතකොට අපේ අතින් illogical වැඩක් වෙන්න විදියක් නැහැ. මොකද ඒක පුරුද්දක් නැහැ නේම කළා. illogical වැඩක් කරන්න කියලා කවුරු හරි කිව්වොත් අල්ලන් ගන්නවා මම පොල්ලක් අරගෙන එලවනවා. පැත්ත බලාත එන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. illogical වැඩ කරන්නේ කතා කරොත් ඒක. තේරුමක් නැති වැඩ. ලොජික් එකක් නැති වැඩ. එකක්වත් කරන්න දෙන්නේ. හරි එකක්වත් කරන්නේ නැහැ ජීවිතය ඇතුලේ. එතකොට අපිට ගණන් හදද්දී හරි ලේසි. ගණන් හදද්දී වෙන දෙයක් කරද්දී ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල්ස් illogical වැඩ කරන්න බෑ. illogical වැඩ කරන්න එක්ක මෝඩයෝ එක්ක කපටි. Right, next question. So it's a log question, but anyway, I will do it. Okay, in case they ask. Okay, right. So how do you do this? So this is a log A base. This is log A base. This is a division. So division is subtraction, right? Division is subtraction. So therefore, I write it as log A squared minus 4 times. Division is subtraction, log A1 minus log A. Remember, subtraction is division, division is subtraction. So here I can, if you I can take 2 out. Remember, the power is multiplication. 2 times log A, right? Log A, oh, I can say that this is 2 because A to the power 2 means what? 2. Anyway, log A is 1. Anyway, this is 2. Right? So this is 2 actually. When you write up as a power of the base, that power is your answer. Okay, I told you. Right. So log A1, 1 is A to the power 0, therefore this is 0. And log A is 1 because A is A to the power 1. So 2 minus 4 into -1 is +4. 4 plus 2 is 6. Answer is B. 12 answer is B. Okay. So anyway, log is very interesting topic, right? I don't know whether it depends on how you look at maths. For me, my favorite subject is programming. My second favorite subject is maths. Okay. So before I became a software engineer, my favorite subject was maths. So every day when there's someone says maths, I am really happy. විභාගේ දවසට maths දවසට යන්න ආසාවෙන් යන්නේ. හරි අනිවාර්යෙන් 100ක් ගන්න ඕන කියලා ඔළුවේ තියෙන හැමදාම 100යි 99යි ඒ 99 වෙනි ඉඳලා හිත මොකක් හරි බුලක් කරලා නැත්නම් 100යි. අනිත් සබ්ජෙක්ට් වලට එහෙම නැහැ. සමාජ අධ්‍යයනය, බුද්ධ ආගම ලකුණු 40යි 30යි 25යි, සංගීතයට සමහරට 10යි, ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට සමහරට 15යි. හරි. ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට මම හිතුවේ නෑ F එකක්වත් එයි කියලා මට. හැබැයි අන්තිම අවුරුද්දේ තීරණය කරා මේ වැඩේ හරියන්නේ නැහැ. තනි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා කියලා. අන්තිම අවුරුද්දේ තමයි ඉංග්‍රීසි ටික ඉගෙන ගත්තේ. ඉතින් මට හැමදාම ඉංග්‍රීසි පේපර් එක ලකුණු 30යි 40යි. හැබැයි ගණන් වලට හැමදාම 100යි 99යි. විද්‍යාවට හැමදාම 95යි 100යි. පන්ති වැඩිම ලකුණු වෙනවා අනිවාර්යෙන් ගණන් වලටයි විද්‍යාවටයි. නැත්තම් උපරිම ලකුණු තියෙන දෙන්න තුන් දෙනා අතර ඉන්නවා. හැබැයි ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට එහෙම ඉන්නේ අන්තිම සෙට් එකේ. බුද්ධ ආගමට සමාජ අධ්‍යයනයට ඉන්න අන්තිම සෙට් එකේ. අපිට කවදාවත් අපිට ගෙදරින් ප්‍රෙෂර් එකක් තියුන්නේ නැහැ පන්තිය පළවෙනිය වෙන්න කියලා. ඒක තමයි අපිට ලැබිච්ච මාරම වැඩේ. ගෙදරින් කවුරුවත් කියන්නේ පළවෙනි අවයන් කියලා. උඹට පුළුවන් දෙයක් කරගන්න. ඒකට මට ගණන් පුළුවන්. අනිත් විෂයන් බෑ කියලා දන්නවා ගෙදරින්. අනිත් විෂයන් බෑ නම් බෑ. අපි ඉස්සරහට ගිය සමාජ අධ්‍යයනයෙන්වත් බුද්ධ ආගමෙන්වත් සංගීතයෙන්වත් නෙමෙයි අපි ඉදිරියේ ගිය අපි දන්න විෂය. අපි දක්ෂ විෂය. ගණිතයේ පැත්තෙන් ලොජිකල් තින්කින් පැත්තෙන්. හැම එකම ඒ ගන්න කියලා අපිට කවුරුත් කිව්වේ නැහැ. හැබැයි කොහොම හරි මට ඒ හැම එකටම මේ තියුණා සංගීතයට ඇර. මොකද අන්තිම කාලේ මහන්සි වෙලා ඉංග්‍රීසි ටිකේම හදාගත්තා. මොකද ඒක වැදගත් කියලා දන්නා හන්ද. ඒ ලෙවල් කරද්දී. මොකද ඒ ලෙවල් කරනකොට අපිට ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් පොතක් කියව ගන්න පුළුවන්. හරි කෙමිස්ට්‍රි පොතක් ෆිසික්ස් පොතක් කියව ගන්න පුළුවන් ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්. මොකද පොත් කියුනේ ගොඩක් ඒ දවස්වල ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්. දැනුත් ඉතින් ඉංග්‍රීසි දන්නේ නැට හරි ලේසියෙන් මේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකට ගියා තනිය ඉගෙන ගත්තා. Okay. Right. 13th. Have passion, right? කැමති දේ කරගෙන යන්න බය නැතුව. කැමති දේ IT නම් IT කරන්න. කැමති දේ බිස්නස් නම් බිස්නස් කරන්න. කැමති දේ වගා කිරීම නම් බය නැතුව ගිහලා වගා කරන්න. පොල් හිටවන්න, කම්මිරිස් හිටවන්න අනිවාර්යෙන් සාර්ථක වෙනවා. කැමති දේ වාහනත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න ගැරේජයක් හරි දාගන්න. අනිවාර්යෙන් මිනිස්සු වෙනවා ඔයාගේ. Three numbers x කැමති වෙලාවමදී දක්ෂ වෙන්නත් ඕනේ හැබැයි යා. Three numbers x, y, z in that order are in geometric progression, right? Anyway, progressions, sequence and series are directly not in your, definitely not in your syllabus. So therefore, I will skip this question. Okay, I'll skip this question because it's geometric progression. Right. So let's do the next question. This is an interesting question. Anyone did this question? Anyone did this question? How do we question the color? Right, so we'll take a break and do this, the rest of the questions. Okay, now it's 11:15. We'll be starting at 11:30 and then finish it, okay? So let's continue with 14th question, okay? 14th question. So what can we do for this one? So we'll try. Right, at least give it a try. Sometimes examiner may try to hide something. So I feel like there's a factorization here. Okay. Because x plus 4 or x minus 4. Okay. Here I will take x squared out. Then x minus 4. And here I will take minus 9 out. Then it is x minus 4 equals 0 because 9 minus 9x plus 36. Okay, so now x minus 4 is common. I can take it out. And that is x squared minus 9. 9 I will write it as 3 squared. So therefore now I have x minus 4 times x plus 3 times x minus 3 equals 0. So therefore possible answers are x equal 4, x equal minus 3, x equal 3. So the possible answers are for those for me. 4 minus 3 plus 3. Right? 4 minus 3 and plus 3. Right? So I'll go for D. 14. Yes, answer is D, right? Right. All of you guys have got D as well. Right. 15th question. A 22 cubic centimeter block metal is made into wire of diameter 2 millimeter. How long will it be? So this is a volume. This is a volume. So wire of 2 millimeter means something like this. 2 millimeter diameter means radius is 1 millimeter. So what we need to know what is the length. So that volume must be 22 cubic centimeter. Right. So therefore, let's take the volume and let's assume this is length x and it's a cylindrical. Pi r is 1 squared into length, but that is millimeters. right? That is millimeters. Because I took this in millimeters, assume that x is also millimeters. And that must be equal to 22 cubic centimeter, but I want to convert it to millimeters because I took it millimeter. Or else I need to assume that I will get my x in millimeters. Okay, sorry, x in centimeters. Okay, x in centimeters. So either way, that is also possible, right? So I will do like this, and I will say I took my x in centimeters, but then you need to convert 2 millimeters into centimeters. So whatever the way you can do it, but you can't mix. You can't mix. Okay. So let's take this as. Uh, so here the answers are in meters also. So therefore I'll take it to centimeters because converting centimeters to meters is easier. So therefore I will take it as 22 square cubic centimeters. Then I need to convert 2 millimeters into centimeters. So 2 millimeters means radius is 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter means, remember 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. So therefore 1 millimeter is 1/10 or 0.1 centimeter. Then everywhere centimeter. Okay. So the answer must be in centimeter then. Right. So 5, maybe we need to convert it as 22 divided by 7. So 21 divided by 7. 21 divided by 7. Sorry, 22 divided by 7. Sorry. That is easy because then 22 to 22 get cancelled. So 0.1 squared is 0.01. 0.01 divided by 7x equal 1. So therefore x is 7 divided by 0.01. 0.01 means 1 over 100. 1 over 100 means you need to multiply by 100. That is 7 into 100, 700 centimeters. 700 centimeters means 7 meters. Answer is C. Okay. Answer is C. Uh, 16th question. X started a company on July 1st. Okay, let me copy this because it looks like it's a lengthy question. I may not have enough space here. Let me paste it somewhere here. Right. X started a company on July 2023. Right? July 1st, 2023. So, July 2023 with 400,000 rupees. Why join the company on November 1st? November 1st. This is November 1st. This is July 1st. July. November 1st, 2023, same year, with an investment of 1.3 million. 1,300,000. Higher investment. At the end of year 2023, this is 2023, okay? 2023. So end of 2023, that is December 31st. Right. So at the end of year 2023, they made a profit of 400,000. So the profit is 400,000. Now maybe they won't share it. What is the profit of X and Y at the end of year 2023? Assumption, you should consider the amount of investment and the duration of investment for the calculation. So, don't just consider the amount, consider the time period also. Because this guy has invested only for November, December, 2 months. So this guy has invested for only 2 months. This guy has invested for July, August, September, October, November, December. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. That's 6 months. Okay. So therefore, how do you divide the profit? How do you divide the profit? Altogether, the profit is 400,000. Okay. 400,000. So how do you take it? Maybe we can take it as maybe we can take it as 400,000 into 6, because I just need a proportion. This one I can take it as 1 million, 1.3 million into 2. Okay, so I can, because I just need a relative idea because I just want to break it. So maybe you have 400,000 July, 400,000 August. Okay, so therefore I consider that total investment as uh, that is X and Y, right? Yes, this is X, this is Y. I will consider X total investment as 400,000 into 6. Y's total investment as 1.3 million into 2. So then this guy's total investment, I just need a relative idea. 0.00006, this 2.6 million. This guy's total investment is 0.00002.4 million. So I will share the profit in this same ratio. Okay. So then if this is if X get X, Y get Y, X plus Y must be 400,000. Okay, X plus Y must be 400,000. So how do you divide this? First of all, when you add, it must be 400,000. I hope divide is 400,000. Okay, and the ratio must be this to this, this to this. Okay, this to this. One way is you divide this and see whether you get this ratio. That is 2.4 to 2.6 or 24 to 26. The ratio must be 24 to 26. Rather than, because the answers are given, or else you need to calculate it. Okay, or else you need to calculate. So shall we calculate it? I hope I'm doing it in the correct way. There can be different ways, but I use this approach. So I'll say this is X. This is X minus 400,000. Sorry, 400,000 minus X. 1,000 minus 6. So then this ratio must be this ratio. Okay. So therefore I'll say X divided by 400,000 minus X divided by X equal 2.6 million divided by 2.4 million. That is 400,000 minus X divided by X is 26 divided by 24 or 13 divided by 12. Okay, I just want to find X. So that is 12 into 400,000. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 4 into 2 is 8. Minus 12x equal 13x. That is 4, 8. Equal 25x. Okay. So then x is 5, 5. 48 means 9 into 5 is 45. This. Then again I will divide by 5. X will be 1, 46, 9, 10, 2, 0, 0, 0. So X is 192,000. Then Y is, so X is 192,000, but unfortunately 192,000 is there. Okay. So then Y must be 400,000 minus 192,000. 400,000 minus 192,000 because we got 192,000 here. 92,000. 0, 0, 0. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 9 is 0. 3 minus 1 is 108,000. Sorry, 2 minus 3 minus 1 is 208,000. Correct. So the answer must be E. Right. So let's see whether the answer is E. Anyone got the answer E? Yes. So one of you have got E. Okay, let's double check. Question 16. Yes, answer is C. Right. So anyone has any doubt? So anyway, there can be different approaches, but they consider the time. They asked us to consider the time. So therefore, I considered this 400,000 investment as 400,000 investment for 6 months. So therefore, I took the investment as 400,000 into 6. And that is how I got this. This guy has made 1.3 million investment, but only for 2 months. So therefore, I multiplied it by 2. So their investment is in the ratio of this to this. This to this. So then I wanted the profit also shared in the same ratio. Same ratio. So I took one profit as X, other profit as 400,000 minus X, and then make sure that it has the same ratio and found the X. Okay. It's a bit of challenging question, but if you think logically, you should be able to do it. So if you have got used to think logically all the time, when you go for the exams or when you get a mathematical problem also, you tend to think logically, which is good. Okay, which is good. So that is why usually we can trust a little bit more about the mathematical minded people. But at the same time, just because someone has done maths, it doesn't mean that he's a good person, because there can be crooks. Logical thinking, but they do it for the bad things. Okay, do it for the bad things. So that is called crooks. Okay. But otherwise, if you are good at maths, usually you are good at logical thinking. So you have passed that test. But still we don't know whether you are ethical person or unethical person. So that, of course, we don't know. Right, next question. An isosceles right angle triangle. So remember the word isosceles, we discussed that. We did a small revision on geometry. Samadvipada Trikona. Anyway, they have even draw it, right? But examiner what isosceles කියන වචනේ දන්නේ නැහැ කියලා හිතලා එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. කොච්චර හොඳද? An isosceles right angle triangle is cut out from a circle which has radius of 10 centimeter. Radius of 10 centimeter. R equal 10 centimeter. The triangle is cut out with right angle on the center of the circle. And right angle is center එකේ තියලා something like this. Something like this. Okay. So then it must be something like this. Center. Something like this. And of course it is isosceles because both are the radius. 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter. And this is your other part there. And this is 90. Okay. So this is 10, this is 10. Of the circle and the two equal sides legs along the circle radius. එකක් කියලා තියෙනවා. What is the area of the leftover shape? Leftover shape means the remaining, right? So remaining area එක අඩු කරාම හරි. මොක මහ වැඩ. What is the total area? 5 r squared, 10 squared in centimeter. From that, you need to subtract the area of the rectangle triangle. Half. If you take this base, this is your latitude. Half 10 into 10. So the final answer is, I can take 10 squared if you want. We can take it out. Yes. 100. 5 minus half. If you want, you can take 2 as a common denominator. Then 2 is cancelled with 50 or 100 also. 50. 2 5 minus 1. Right? 50 into 2 5 minus 1 square centimeters. This is not answer. This is not answer. This is not answer. This is not answer. Answer is 8. Okay. 17. Right. 18. A circle with radius of 6 centimeter is enlarged by 120%. So, circle with radius 6 centimeter. Enlarged by 120%. Radius එක 120 එකකින් වැඩි කරලා තියෙනවා. This is your new radius. So if this is R, this is 120% of the R. R into 120 divided by 100. New radius. Okay. R into 120 divided by 100. See it? 120% වලින් වැඩි කරා කියන්නේ නෑ වැරදි නේද? Enlarged by 120%. 100% කියන්නේ දෙගුණයක් වෙන්න ඕන. 120% කියන්නේ 10% වැඩි කරා කියන්නේ enlarged by 120%. Is it 120? හරියට දීලා නැහැ. I think it is enlarged by 20%. 10% 100% වැඩි කරනවා කියන්නේ මොකද? Double වෙනවා. Question එකේ හරියට දීලා නැහැ. So that is R plus. So මෙහෙම වෙලා මදි එහෙනම්. Okay, let's take it. I think the examiner has not worded it properly. Or let's assume examiner has worded it properly. So that means if previously 100, now it must be 220. Okay. That is what is my 100. With the 10% වැඩි කරාම තමයි 120 වෙන්නේ. Sorry, 20% වැඩි කරාම තමයි 120 වෙනවා. But this is 120%. If it is 120%, your radius enlarged by 120%. හැබැයි කියන්නේ enlarge කරේ radius එකද කියලා නේ. Enlarged by 120%. You see, the area is 120% increase. It is radius හරියට කියලා. හැබැයි මම කතා කරන radius එක කියන්නේ නේද? අපි නිකම්ම හිතමු radius එක 120යි. හැබැයි එහෙම හිතන්නත් බෑනේ. So if it is 120%, 100 means 120. No, sorry, 100 means 220. Then if it is 6, how much? 100 තියනවා 220 වෙනවා. එන 6 තිවිච්ච කීයක් වෙනවා? අපි එහෙම කරමු නේද? අපි හරියටම කරමු. question එක එක්ක වරද්දලා ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි. නැත්නම් මේ enlarge කරලා තියෙන radius එකද කියලා කියන්න ඕනේ. radius ද area ද කියලා කියෙම කියලාත් නැහැ. Because they are mentioning about radius, we'll consider its radius. Okay. Okay, so let's keep that question open for the time being. I will have a look at it. Okay, because I'm little bit I'm not very sure about what is the question is. Okay. Okay, let's keep that question open for the time being. Okay. I will have a look at it and maybe discuss in the next class while we are doing the 2022 paper. Okay. Right. So just keep it open. At question 19, we have 3 more questions. Sorry, 2 more questions. Salary of Kamal. Okay, let me erase this. salary of Kamal and Nimal are in the ratio Kamal and Nimal. Kamal and Nimal are in the ratio 2 to 3. If the salary of each is increased by 400,000, 400,000. If earlier salary is X, okay, 4,000, the new ratio is 7 to 10. Okay. Let's assume earlier salary was X. Okay. New one is 7 to 10. What is Nimal's salary? Okay. What is Nimal's salary? How do you do this? Okay. Let's assume earlier salary was Nimal, Kamal to Nimal, X and Y. X and Y. Now it is X plus 400, X plus 4,000 and Y plus 4,000. I just try to find a way. X plus 4,000, Y plus 4,000. Because both salary increased by 4,000. Okay. Now it is 7 to 10. X to Y is 2 to 3. This to this is 7 to 10. Maybe we can take two simultaneous equations now, right? Because X divided by Y equal 2 divided by 3. So there you get 3x equal to y. Okay. And second one we get, I don't know whether there's an easier way. This is what comes to my mind right now. X divided by x plus 4,000 divided by y plus 4,000 equals 7 divided by 10. Okay. So then I get two simultaneous equations, right? So this is 3x minus 2y, or I will just keep it because I can substitute. So there we get 10x plus 40,000 equals 7y plus 2,000. This is 4,000, right? 4,000. 0, 0, 0 and 28. 28,000. But we know that 3x is 2y. So which one we need? Nimal's new salary. So Nimal's salary is y. We took it as y. So therefore, let's substitute x. X is 2y divided by 3. 10 times 2y divided by 3 plus 40,000 equal 7y plus 28,000. Because I need to find y. Okay, I need to find y. So this is 20 divided by 3y. And 20 divided by 3. I will multiply by 3 entire thing, but after simplifying this, okay? So that is 28,000. 7y minus 20 divided by 3y, I took the other side, equal 40,000 minus 28,000, 12,000. Okay. So that means 3 is common. 21y minus 20y divided by 3 is 12,000. 21 minus 20 is 1. Y is 12,000 into 3, 0, 0, 36,000. So what they ask is the new salary. New salary is 36,000 plus 4,000, 40,000, right? So do we have 40,000? Yes, we have 40,000, right? So the new salary of Nimal must be 40,000, because what is Nimal's new salary? Answer must be A. Okay, 19 Yes, answer is A. Okay, answer is A. So I just took it as X and Y. I took it as X plus 4000 and Y plus 4000. And then I wrote a ratio here. X divided by Y is 7 to 10. I wrote another ratio here. Then I did the substitution because I have the two equations. Okay. Right. So it's a little bit challenging, but doable. Okay. Doable. Right. 20. So the answer is A. Okay. Answer is A. Right. 20. So remember pass mark is 40. Right. If you get 40 out of 100, you pass the subject. But try to get a A. Right. Get a A. Don't settle for just C or C pluses. Right. Next question. So last two questions, last three questions actually they have made it little bit difficult. Of course, that is to prevent people getting a lot of A pluses. Right. Right. Last question. On a highway, okay, let me copy this because it looks like a long question. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Let's do it here because we have the diagram. On a highway, places X and Y are situated 100 kilometers away. So this is 100 kilometers. In the first incident, car A departs from X. Car A departs from X. Car B from Y at the same time. Okay. They meet after 5 hours, travel in the same direction. That is, X is also going this way, Y is also going this way. That means X must be going faster. Okay, read the question. They meet after 5 hours traveling in the same direction. However, in the second incident, they head towards each other. Now they are going opposite direction. So therefore, they must meet faster. Opposite direction. Head towards each other by departing from X and Y at the same time. Again, same time. Okay. They meet after only 1 hour. So here they meet after 1 hour. So maybe somewhere when t equal 1 hour. Earlier time is not given, right? Yeah, 5 hours. So earlier maybe they met somewhere here after 5 hours. Okay. Right. Let's try to understand the question. What are the speed of car A and car B? There is no acceleration, no deceleration uh, in the speed of the cars A and B in both the incidents. Okay, so no, it's uniform velocity. Right. So let's write a formula. So they have made it here. Okay, made it here after 5 hours. So that can be used to 100 kilo. This distance we know. Second incidents, we don't know when, but when we don't know the distance, but we know the time. So that means this distance plus the distance X has traveled plus the distance Y has traveled must be 100 kilometers, right? Because those X and Y are 100 kilometers away. Okay. So therefore, we can write one formula. Let's assume, are they traveling at the same speed in both the cases? They have not mentioned, actually, they should have mentioned that they are traveling at the same speed. I think the examiner has forgotten to mention that. Same direction. However, in the second instance, they had towards by party, blah, blah. Same time, they meet. There's no deceleration, blah. Right. So they have, anyway, examiner has not mentioned that they travel at the same speed. Okay. Because if they travel at a different speed, I don't think we can do this question because so many unknowns. Right, so let's do something like this. So let's say this speed is u. Let's say this speed is x, y speed is y. Okay, so then the distance traveled by x is x into, remember, s equal ut. Distance is speed into time, x into 5. Right? X into 5 minus y into 5 must be 100 kilometer. Y speed, I took y speed as y into 5 because after 5 hours they meet. So that difference in distance must be 100. So this is x distance minus y distance must be 100. Okay. From second instance, I will take x. I assume that it's the same speed because anyway, examiner has not mentioned like that. Otherwise, I can't do this question. Then x into t. Okay, x into t. Sorry, x into 1 hour plus y into again 1 hour because after 1 hour they have met. I will say that is 100 kilometers. Okay, that is 100 kilometers. Here x into 5 minus y into 5 is 100. Here x into 1 plus y into 1 is 100 kilometers because total is 100. Earlier the difference is 100. Okay, this distance minus this distance is 100. Right, so now I can find x and y because I have two equations. But now I am in trouble. Yeah, no. Right, so now I can say this is my first, this is my second. I will multiply 1 plus second into 5. Then y get cancelled. Plus 5y and minus 5y get cancelled. That is 5x plus 5x is 10x equal 500 plus 100, 600. So that is x is 60. Right, x is 60. What is the question? What are the speed of car A and car B? Yes, now I have found the speed of x, 60. Now I can find y because x is 60 means y is 40 because x plus y is 100. So y must be 40. Of course, first time it's going this way, second time it's coming towards, okay? So it's 60 and 40. 60 and 40. So answer is A. Answer is A. I assume that in both the cases, it's going in the same speed. Of course, otherwise I can't do it. Right, answer is A. Okay, so let's double check the answer. 20. Yes, answer is A. And that's it. So you can see that yes, the last three questions are challenging, but it doesn't mean that the overall paper is difficult, right? Because sometimes you forget about the easy questions, right? So here we had enough number of easy questions. Okay, enough number of easy questions if you know the basics. But if you are going for A and A plus, yes, still possible because only 1 or 2 questions were challenging. But anyway, this question I couldn't still find because the wording is not very clear because I'm not very sure whether they talk about increase in radius or increase in area or whatever. Anyway, I'll have a look at it and maybe we will discuss it in the next class. Okay, so now we are done with 2023 maths paper. So make sure you do the 2022 paper before the next class because next week most probably we will do the 2022 paper as well. Okay, then we will gradually finishing. I will be doing only 3 papers, but you must do at least 5 papers, preferably with timing. Now you have an idea about the what kind of questions they give.